Thank you, Brian. Hey, good afternoon. Welcome, everyone. Well, it's happening. This highly anticipated super fight, which the fans have been begging for, is happening April 22nd at the T-Mobile in Las Vegas, Nevada. And make no mistake about this. This is a super fight, one of the biggest boxing has to offer. It's not often in today's game we see two young fighters, both in their prime, both undefeated, and both entertaining knockout punchers collide. So props to everyone involved in making this fight happen. This really is boxing at its best. No sanctioning body ordered this fight. It's not a mandatory. It's a case of the two best fighters in the division demanding that this fight happens. And any fight involving Gervonta Davis equates to big business and box office success. Tank Davis has proven his star power by breaking records everywhere he fights, making him one of the sport's biggest stars. His last fight at the Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C., a new all-time gate record, breaking the venue's previous record of the Rolling Stones. Prior to that fight, his event at Barclays Center broke the record.
Champion of the world. You can call him the executioner. You can call him the alien. You can just call him great. He's one of Golden Boy's promotions, their partners, Bernard Hopkins.
Y'all heard those names. But I have one that y'all need y'all to put in your back pocket for the future, because this is a fight that starts a lot of big other fights, become contagious. Here's that other name that y'all gonna have to call me from now on until I die. The biggest instigator in boxing. Yeah, I'm gonna instigate a lot of stuff to make things at least get talked about and put pressure, no matter where you're from, where house you live in. That means promoters. Everybody that had everything to do with this fight, they need to be respected, and thank you to whoever those people. But we know the fans wanted it. You heard that from Tom Brown. This is one of those fights that we know that we don't see maybe once or twice in a year in the 80s and 90s. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It feels like that to me. So all the reporters, everybody that play a role in the sweet science of boxing, please treat it like that. Don't be late. Be on time if you didn't get it. And also understand that you got to respect the game, just like we got to respect your opinions about what you see, what you think you've seen, and what you wrote. But this fight has ingredients, and also because of the two fighters who will be future Hall of Famers, ones who prove that come April. Enjoy it. Like I said, this is the top of the year of the biggest fight of this year, and the biggest fight even before it got to this point of 23. We all should treat it that way again. Enjoy the fight, and tell everybody that not fight fans to tune in on this one, and promise them, because I believe everybody in this room should feel that way, that this is going to be a fight that hooks them, that make them stay in the sweet science of being a fan. So if you can do that, and we can do that, it's how we can work together. It's how this fight got done. So now we need y'all to do what y'all do. All right? I'm going to cut it with that. Enjoy the fight. And don't ask me who's going to win, because y'all know what side I'm on. And you know what I believe. But now, when it comes to the two fighters, either you're going to be wrong the day after or that night, or you're going to be right. Let's enjoy the sweet science come April 14th. Thank you. Respect.
Well, medals, 6 different weight classes, one of the best ever to put on a pair of gloves. This guy is the chairman. He's the CEO of Golden Boy Promotions. He's the Golden Boy himself, Oscar De La Hoya.
Besides gathering vacation looks, traveling smarter with the Travel Rewards credit card is an essential part of me getting ready.
Thank you very much, Brian. And, as I was thinking about my comments today, one word that really comes to mind is mega fight. The word gets thrown around a lot, by when somebody hears about a pay-per-view is happening and taking place. There's some boxing insiders who will call it a mega fight just because it's on pay-per-view. But how often do you get two guys who are undefeated, two fighters who have huge fan bases, two fighters who are early in their peak of their career, and two guys that are represented by different companies, different broadcasters? To me, that's what a mega fight is all about, is bringing everyone together, bringing, first of all, the fighters together, the best two fighters in their weight division in that same ring, and getting everyone together to work together for a big mega fight. That's what it's all about. So it almost never happens, but Ryan Garcia versus Tank Davis is one that the world is not gonna miss. Trust me, when we were promoting fights back in the day with Mayweather and myself and everybody, those big mega fights is what made boxing. When two personalities come into the ring together and create the perfect storm. And that's exactly what they're going to do on April 22nd, is create the perfect storm. And yeah, a lot of guys obviously know I'm with my guy, and this is the reason why we're going to bring back those glory days, those big pay-per-view glory days, because of this guy right here, Ryan Garcia. So April 22nd, these two guys here are going to battle it out. They're going to fight. And I can't do any talking whatsoever because I'm not going to fight for them. And they got to do the job themselves. But that's the beauty. They wanted this fight.
Boxing's best friend, we call him El Jefe around the office. He's the president of Showtime Sports, Mr. Steven Espinoza.
Thank you, Brian. We're thrilled to be with you today to announce the most highly anticipated fight of the year. Right now, Showtime's in the middle of one of our strongest and busiest runs in recent history. From now until April 22nd, we've got 9 boxing events over 11 weeks. But this fight, Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia, April 22nd, is one of the cornerstones of our very ambitious 2023 schedule. As Brian said, as Tom said, it's a battle of the two most popular young fighters in the sport, two fighters in their athletic primes, two of the most exciting fighters in any weight division. Put that together, and you have the biggest fight that is on the boxing schedule. Since 1986, when Showtime Boxing was born, our team has led with premium storytelling, quality production, an all-star cast of commentators with integrity and honesty. But it's on big fights like this one that we really shine. For Tank Davis, this marks his 14th appearance on Showtime, his 6th time headlining a pay-per-view. And as Tom said, he's one of the sport's hottest fighters, selling out venues in LA, Atlanta, Baltimore, Brooklyn, and most recently, DC. 5-time champion in 3 weight classes. He won his first title at 22 and has knocked out 18 of his last 19 opponents. And while Tank might be one of the biggest punchers pound for pound in the sport of boxing, Ryan certainly may be one of the fastest. 23-0, 19 KOs, knockouts in 6 of his last 7 fights. So you can't sleep on his power either. We welcome Ryan for his first appearance on Showtime pay-per-view. Now, these are 2 fighters with huge fan bases, very passionate fan bases, massive social media audiences. It would be easy to look at their popularity on social media and be cynical. And in fact, both these fighters get a lot of criticism, unfair criticism. When a fight this big gets made, there are no shortage of people rushing to take credit. But as someone who is involved, I can tell you who deserves the vast majority of the credit. It's these 2 fighters right here on this stage. It's Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia.
Sunshine in beautiful New York City. Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia. By far the biggest fight in the entire sport. I recall a couple years ago, I was in Miami for the Logan Paul.
Yo. It's your host, Rapstar Boxing in the house. Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. Now, I had to stop it over there. Ladies and gentlemen, this Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia, the way that the media and the way that the fans and the way Steven Espinoza, Oscar De La Hoya, Leonard Ellaby, Bernard Hopkins is selling this fight like it's Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao. This fight is being sold like it's the undisputed fight of the world. The way that the hype is behind this fight, you would think every fucking belt is on the line. But there ain't no belts on the line. And did you just hear what everybody said? This is the biggest fight in the entire sports, biggest event. What the fuck are they selling here? Yes, big respect to Ryan Garcia versus Tank Davis. Big respect for both of the fighters to get in the ring and give everybody a good fight. But this is being sold like everybody's hypnotized, like it's the biggest motherfucking fight for the biggest glory. Well, let me just wake everybody up. It's a good fight. It's entertainment. But there ain't one belt on the line. There ain't one belt on the line. And everybody's sitting here going, wow, what a fight. There ain't no belts. This is just the fight between Ryan Garcia, Gervonta Tank Davis. And today, this is a fight that's being sold like the undisputed fight of the world. Like Mayweather versus Oscar De La Hoya. You know what I'm saying? This is a fight that has all the hype behind it. So, boy, it is what it is. The press conference was on. There was a face-off. Now, I will say in the press conference, I thought there'd be a bit more hype. I thought there'd be a bit more energy. Right? I thought, yeah, man, we're going to see these guys go at each other. But there was a lot of respect. A lot of chilled out talking. And a lot of respect from both sides of the camp. Now, maybe it's because it's the first press conference. And, you know, I've heard tomorrow, well, today for me, I've heard they're going to be in a press conference later on today in Los Angeles. So maybe because it was the first press conference, the guys wanted to keep that energy. And now it's going to spice up as this is going to be the next press conference coming in Los Angeles. So, yeah, maybe both fighters just thought they'll just chill back. You know what I mean? Keep that energy. And they don't need to go overboard. But, yeah, what did we take from the press conference? What did we take from the press conference? Apart from everybody selling this fight. Like it's Marvin Hagler versus Sugar Ray Leonard. Like it's, like I said,
Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence ain't even getting this attraction, bruv. This is getting attraction more than a Terence Crawford, Errol Spence. This is hyped up more than Terence Crawford and Errol Spence. People are behind this fight. People want to watch this fight. You know what I'm saying? And the fans are in it. They're in the hype. Like, this is the megaest fight in 2023. And you got this fight now. So, of course, the fans are in it for this fight right now. It's one of the biggest fights without belts. There don't need to be no belts, is what's basically going on. You don't need no belts. It's just a fan exciting fight. This is a fight because both fighters are willing to go and put their O's on the line. Somebody's O has to go. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's O has to go. And that's what it's about. It's about bragging rights. It's about who wins this fight. There ain't no belts. But you know, now what we heard and what we did hear, oh fuck, give me a sec. So what we did hear is that Ryan Garcia said, in fact, let me play it. Let me play what Ryan Garcia said.
And I was standing outside the hotel, and Ryan approached me, and he came up to me and said, look, he said, I want to F your boy up. I said, look here, Slim, you don't want none of that work. You recall that conversation? And he went on to tell me, he said that that's the fight that he really, really wanted. That's the only fight that he wanted. And this was a few years ago. And throughout everything, I believed him. When it comes to Tank Davis, Tank has been very, very adamant about getting this guy in the ring. When you got two young, undefeated guys coming together, it's going to be nothing but fireworks. And as Steven just mentioned, you got to give all the credit to the two fighters. Because when it comes down to it, the fighters got to want it. It's not about the promoters at all because, you know.
All right, I hope this mic doesn't act up on me.
He is the trainer.
To secure this fight and make sure that, for me, I think it's next time with Ryan Garcia. Coming up, you know, to this fight, and those are the little things that I said.
19 knockouts, King Ryan himself. Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Garcia.
Thank you guys for coming today. Sorry for the wait, but we're here now. Thank you. I want to thank Golden Boy Promotions, obviously GTD Promotions, Showtime, DAZN. We really came together and really conquered the poison that's been stopping boxing from having the biggest fights. It wasn't easy, but, you know, we found a way. This has been a fight that I've wanted for a very long time. And because for me, to be a champion, you have to beat the best. It's not about the titles. It's not about, you know, like I said, the titles. It's about who you beat. And for me, it's a testimony to the respect I got for him as a fighter. To me, I believe he's one of the best. And I've had that type of mentality since I was a young kid. Growing up in the amateurs I never thought about the weight class. Only thought about who was in it. Because I want to be the best. And during this whole journey, I definitely put boxing first and the fans first, because I had to accept a lot of stipulations. They know it, you know, going down in weight, rehydration clause. I don't want to bring up too much, but those are the little things that I said to myself, you know what? If I put myself first, I should say no. But my heart don't let me. I got the character of a champion, and my power comes from within and from above. No matter what weight I'm down to, no matter what I have to do, my strength comes from here. I don't look like I...
Yo, let me stop it there. Let me just stop it there for one reason. Did you just hear Ryan Garcia say in Tank Davis's face and in front of the whole boxing world, in front of Tank Davis's camp, that you guys making me drain weight? You could put stipulations on me. You don't want me to go up more than 10 pounds. Remember this, Devin Haney goes up 24 pounds the next day. Devin Haney goes up 24 pounds. Even Shakur Stevenson goes up 16 pounds, at least. And now they put a stipulation on Ryan Garcia. And basically Ryan said, look, man, I'm hungry for this fight. I'm the man who's chased him. And Ryan Garcia told them in his face that you making me do all that shit. It's okay. I'll do it. But just remember, you're putting all this fucking shit on me, and most people will have backed out. All right? Now you're listening. Ryan Garcia said that to the world and nobody questioned him, and Tank Davis had his head down. And Tank Davis didn't say shit. So all I'm saying is, Ryan did say that you guys are draining me in weight. It's all right. I signed it, and I'm taking this fight. And you put that rehydration clauses on me and shit. It's all right. I did it. So in other words, Ryan Garcia is the reason this fight's happening. I'm just saying, it is what it is. Nobody questioned Ryan Garcia when he said that. Nobody said shit to Ryan Garcia when he said that, man. I'm just saying.
Like I hear, to me, I believe he's one of the best, and I've had that type of mentality since I was a young kid. Growing up in the amateurs, I never thought about the weight class. Only thought about who was in it, because I want to be the best. And during this whole journey, I definitely put boxing first and the fans first, because I had to accept a lot of stipulations. They know it, going down in weight, rehydration clause. I don't want to bring up too much, but those are the little things that I said to myself, you know what? If I put myself first, I should say no. But my heart don't let me. I got the character of a champion, and my power comes from within and from above. No matter what weight I'm down to, no matter what I have to do, my strength comes from here. I don't look like I hit hard, but I do hit hard. The punches, they just come quick, but when they hit you, you're just down. So I want to also, almost forgot, I want to thank Jesus Christ. Thank you so much. Glorious moment, I want to give it to Jesus. Thank you. Above all, April 22nd, this is the time where the words don't matter no more. The truth will come out. We're all about the truth. He's a great fighter. I'm a great fighter. We settled on the ring. Whoever wins holds the...
So let's stop it over there before we listen to Tank Davis. So what do you guys think about that? Ryan Garcia just keeping it cordial, saying, yo, I know what they're doing. I know what stipulations they put on me. I know they're weight draining me. I know they don't want me to have rehydration. And most of the fighters will adopt. Most of the fighters would never even sign that contract. Most fighters wouldn't sign that contract, is what he's saying. He's saying they're only giving him 10 pounds of rehydration. And Tank Davis, he fights at 140. Tank Davis fights Mario Barrios at 140. But he don't want to fight Ryan Garcia at 140. So let's just keep it real. Tank Davis did not want to fight Ryan Garcia at 140 pounds. He didn't want that smoke at 138. He didn't want that smoke at 137. He didn't want that smoke at 139. He wanted it at 136. Those are just the facts. But yo, let me just see who's in the chat. Give me a second. Let me see who's in the chat. Can't forget the people. But before we talk about Tank Davis, did everybody see Ryan Garcia said, these guys have put many stipulations on me? And he said it right in Tank's face that you're trying to weight drain me. It's okay. I signed it. You don't want me to have rehydration. It's okay. I signed everything what you wanted. So I remember how I'm chasing this fight. So just is what it is. I never heard nobody say nothing. I never heard nobody question Ryan Garcia, and nobody had nothing to say. Not one of Tank Davis's people had anything to say about it. But yo, let me just see who's in the chat right now. And let me get me girl Tracy. Where's Tracy? Tracy, come here, love. What are you doing, Trace? Come and say hello to the people. Are you out there taking pictures?
Right, what's going on here, Donny Zondernex? Barry's actually going to propose to Sandra. Sandra has been giving Barry mad head lately, and he's whipped, yeah? He's doing this behind the back of the boys because they know, yeah, they would have cussed him out for proposing to Sandra. Tracy had one job to do, and that was to record it. But she's all over the bloody place. Barry's clocked that she didn't get the footage, so he's going to propose to Sandra again. Oh, for fuck's sake, Tracy! What's going on?
Yo, the one and only, mate. Danny Medina. What's going on, brother? Yes, Hayes. Yes, Hayes in the house. Jose Garcia. What's going on? Rider of the Storm, the real one. Benjamin. Yes, sir. The man from Australia. Carl the Hunter. You better, hey, listen, mate. We're going to talk about your boy soon. Aussie. Tony Harrison and Tszyu are doing their pre-workouts right now. I was watching the workouts a little while ago. So yeah, man, it's on. Tszyu versus Tony Harrison in Australia, man. Let's go. Hawker Mustang. Yes, bruv. Ralph Unreal. Bomb Squad. Eric Gomez. Deontay Wilder's main supporters. Yo, Real Boxing TV, Mr. Max, Mighty Max. Yo, the one and only John McSmith. What is happening, bruv? Are you hyped up? Are you ready for Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia? Next press conference coming soon in Los Angeles, if I'm not mistaken. Fratnal House. Welcome to the house. Yes, sir. What's happening, mate? Yo, Coco the Bulldog. What's going on, bruv? Yo, Peter Mike Marcode. What's happening? Philip. What's happening, Philip? Yo, the one and only Ness Mendoza in the house. Okay. The champ is here. Man, the champ is here. Nani O'Donnell and the manager, Rachel Donner in the house. Respect to the Donners. Yo, Pounds. Yes, Pounds. What's happening? Eldon Johnson. What's happening, bruv? All right. Have I missed anyone? I think I got everyone. Abel. Yes, Abel. What's happening? Salute to you. Salute to Abel. Yo, salute to Sliding Canter. Jeff, my boy Jeff in the house. Yes, Jeff. Come on, smash that like button. Peter Von Ox. Yes, Peter. G Smooth. Respect to G Smooth in the house. I want to finish with everybody in the house, man. Still going. TJ. Yes, TJ. What's happening? Wilder got slept in the house too. All right. Benji Milk. Yes, sir. Yo, Tip Bayless. What's happening, Tip? You ready for the fight, Tip? Are you ready for Ryan Garcia versus Tank Davis? Yeah, I know you got Tank Davis. Tip Bayless has got Tank Davis beating Ryan Garcia. You know what I mean? Tip Bayless is a big fan of Tank Davis. He's from Baltimore. Yes, Tip Bayless. Tank's Tip boy. Tip's Tank's boy. Tip Bayless is Tank Davis's boy. Edward Flex in the house. Yes, Tip. Tip's the biggest Tank Davis fan in the house, man. All right, I can't see no one I missed. I don't think I missed anyone anyway. Yes, Brian Guzman. My homie Brian in the house, man. Dennis Carrera, what is going on? Fucking hell, must have called Kevin Effect. Yes, Kevin Effect. And Mike from Boston, the one and only. Yes, Mike, what's happening? All right, let's go to some of the people in the chat. I must have missed some of the questions or the statements. Give me a sec. Yo, Tip Bayless, you act like you're from Baltimore. The way that you fucking ride on Tank Davis, bro. The way you ride for Tank Davis, Tip, you act like you're from Baltimore yourself. But I know Tank's your boy. I know Tank's your boy. You know what I mean? And just like Max said, you switched up the other day, Tip. Yo, Tip's a die-hard Tank Davis fan. And when Bill Haney came over here, Tip Bayless said something and Bill Haney called him out. And then I'm the one who went in back and forth for Tip Bayless with Bill Haney. And then I'm the one who had to get Tip Bayless to answer the question. And Tip Bayless had to answer the question correct. He got checked. And asked everybody in the chat. Tip Bayless got checked about his Tank Davis statements in the chat, bro. Tip Bayless got checked with Bill Haney. You get me? But yeah, let's keep it moving, bro. Everybody got a shout out. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep it moving right now with the press conference. And now you heard what Ryan Garcia said about the weight cut, the stipulations, and not able to go more than 10 pounds in his rehydration clause. And many other things that Ryan said. Tank Davis people were acting like bitches. Ryan Garcia basically saying that Tank Davis people acting like bitches out here. They wanted all these things and I gave it to them. That's what he's saying. And nobody said nothing when Ryan was telling everybody about the bitch moves that Tank Davis's people wanted Ryan to be. Let me play it again for a sec.
Was the crown for the poison that's been stopping boxing from having the biggest fights. It wasn't easy, but you know we found a way.
He explodes off the screen.
But we're here now. Thank you. I want to thank Golden Boy Promotions, obviously GTD Promotions, Showtime, DAZN. We really came together and really conquered the poison that's been stopping boxing from having the biggest fights. It wasn't easy, but you know we found a way. This has been a fight that I've wanted for a very long time, and because for me, to be a champion, you have to beat the best. It's not about the titles. It's not about, like I said, the titles is about who you beat. And for me, it's a testimony to the respect I got for him as a fighter. To me, I believe he's one of the best, and I've had that type of mentality since I was a young kid. Growing up in the amateurs, I never thought about the weight class. Only thought about who was in it, because I want to be the best. And during this whole journey, I definitely put boxing first and the fans first, because I had to accept a lot of stipulations. They know it, going down on weight, rehydration clause. I don't want to bring up too much, but those are the little things that I said to myself, you know what? If I put myself first, I should say no. But my heart don't let me. I got the character of a champion, and my power comes from within and from above. No matter what weight I'm down to, no matter what I have to do, my strength comes from here. I don't look like I hit hard, but I do hit hard. The punches, they just come quick, but when they hit you, you're just down. So I want to also, almost forgot, I want to thank Jesus Christ. Thank you so much. Glorious moment, I want to give it to Jesus. Thank you. Above all, April 22nd, this is the time where the words don't matter no more. The truth will come out. We're all about the truth. He's a great fighter. I'm a great fighter. We settled in the ring. Whoever wins holds the crown. Let's get it.
Of the one. He's Gervonta Tank Davis.
Man, we back at it. This time we got another dance partner. You know what I mean? Coming up, I watch Floyd and, you know what I mean, Oscar. Also, Bernard Hopkins, you know what I mean, and Joe Goosen and things like that. And I know that, you know what I mean, it's gonna be tough. You know what I mean? This fight gonna be tough. I feel as though that, you know what I mean, this is what we came to do. You know what I mean? I've been boxing since I was 7 years old. I fought a lot coming up. So I'm just happy to be a part of this moment, sharing the ring with a young fighter like Ryan Garcia, that's willing to dare himself to be great. He talked his way into this fight, and April the 22nd, he's gonna have to be able to show it. You know what I mean? I'm coming from, you know what I mean, where I come from, Baltimore City, the inner city. A lot of people don't make it from there. So, again, I'm just happy to be a part of this fight. You know what I mean? This event. I want to thank Showtime, Al Heyman, Golden Boy, Ryan, Joe Goosen. You know what I mean? And I want to thank, you know what I mean, God. You know what I mean? My personal team and things.
Right. We're going to carry on in a minute, all right, on the press conference. So, you know, Tank Davis being chilled, humble, and you know what I mean. Now, notice how many times he'll say, you know what I mean? 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 Now, it all of a sudden, right, Tank, when he speaks, I don't know if he slurs, but he speaks a bit slower. And, you know, when he was even thanking everyone, I thank Ryan, I thank Joe Goosen, Oscar De La Hoya, I thank, and I thank, you know what I mean? And you know what I mean? And you know what I mean? But what I will say is Tank's chilled out. Tank's just enjoying the moment. You know what I mean? And Tank's like, this is my show. I got my purple jacket on. I look like the pimp of New York. Tank Davis looking like a real pimp, though. If you didn't know who Tank Davis was, and you ever see him with that purple jacket, bro, Tank Davis looks like a pimp. If I never knew whoever Tank Davis ever was, with that purple jacket and the way that he's swinging around, if you had never ever met the man before, I would have thought Tank Davis is a real pimp. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean. Now watch this. Watch how many times Tank Davis will say, you know what I mean? And then he'll even thank the words, you know what I mean. I thank, you know what I mean? And you know what I mean. Watch. Hear this.
Things a lot coming. I watch.
Up the one. He's Gervonta Tank Davis.
Man, we back at it. This time we got another dance partner. You know what I mean? Coming up, I watch Floyd and you know what I mean, Oscar. Also, Bernard Hopkins. You know what I mean, and Joe Goosen and things like that. And I know that you know what I mean. It's gonna be tough. You know what I mean. This fight gonna be tough. I feel as though that you know what I mean. This is what we came to do. You know what I mean. I've been boxing since I was 7 years old. I fought a lot coming up. So I'm just happy to be a part of this moment, sharing the ring with a young fighter like Ryan Garcia, that's willing to dare himself to be great. He talked his way into this fight, and April the 22nd, he's gonna have to be able to show it. You know what I mean? I'm coming from, you know what I mean, where I come from, Baltimore City, the inner city. A lot of people don't make it from there, so. Again, I'm just happy to be a part of this fight. You know what I mean? This event. I want to thank Showtime, Al Heyman, Golden Boy, Ryan, Joe Goosen. You know what I mean? And I want to thank you know what I mean, God. You know what I mean? My personal team and things like that because I couldn't have did this by myself. You know what I mean? I had a great team, a great personal team and things like that. As far as like my personal team, my coaches, my support system, and kept me up. You know what I mean? I've been again keeping my head down and stay grinding in and out the gym. You know what I mean? We had a lot of people that talked down on us and keep our head down a little bit and continue to grind. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, that's what really matters. You know what I mean? So April the 22nd, Brian and Gervonta, big event. Make sure y'all buy the pay-per-view. If y'all can't buy the pay-per-view, make sure y'all show up. You know what I mean? So thank y'all for having me, and see y'all April the 22nd.
All right, fellas, let's talk about this fight. That's what everybody came here to see. They see you guys, and they want to hear what you have to think about this fight.
Yo, sorry, man. The audio fucked up for a bit. So I don't think you guys could have heard it for a little bit. But, you know, at the end of the day, you know what I mean? And you know what I mean. Now, when it comes to Tank Davis, you better know what I mean. Yeah? When it comes to that purple jacket, you better know what I mean. And when it comes to Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia, you better know what I mean. All right? At the end of the day, know this, that there's a fight. And there's a real fight now for Tank Davis. Because Ryan Garcia is coming in hungry. I know that people got Ryan Garcia as the underdog here. You ask more than 10 people, and a lot of people going for Tank Davis. And a lot of people want Ryan to win. People want Ryan to win. Ain't no doubt about it. People do want Ryan to win. There is fans out there. They want Ryan to win. But to be real, Tank Davis is the favorite. The man with the purple jacket, the man who looks like Eazy-E, and the man who looks like a pimp is the favorite. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You better know what I mean when it comes to Tank Davis. And you better know what I mean when it comes to he's a favorite. And you better know what I mean that you better wait 3 hours for the press conference. And you know what I mean. I just want to thank Al Heyman. I want to thank Tank Davis. I want to thank Ryan Garcia, and I want to thank Oscar De La Hoya, Bernard Hopkins, myself. You know what I mean? For giving this fight to the fans, you know what I mean? And finally, we got a fight. You know what I mean? And that's dedicated to Tank Davis. But all I can say, man, this fight looks like it's going to be a big one. And it's hyped. There's a lot of people behind this fight. I see people there hyped up behind this fight like it's the undisputed fight of the world. This fight has got the attention span of like every belt is on the line. This has got more attraction than a Devin Haney and a Lomachenko fight. You know what I mean? This is no playing around, you know what I mean? All I'm saying is this fight, the way that they're talking about it today on the media, and everywhere you go, all you can see is Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia's face all across the whole media and the global world is talking about this fight globally. There's more talk about this fight right now, and no one even ain't talking about Tszyu versus Tony Harrison on this weekend. Everybody's talking about this. Nobody ain't even talking about Tszyu versus Tony Harrison, bro. You know what I mean? And it's crazy how the boxing world are more excited. And let me ask you this right now. You can see it right now. That fans are more hyped and excited that this fight is done. And they're getting to watch Ryan Garcia versus the pimp, the purple jacket, the Eazy-E look, Gervonta Tank Davis. Then Lomachenko versus Devin Haney for undisputed and all the belts. Now, let me ask you this. If either fight didn't happen, I bet you a lot of fans would rather want to watch this and not the fight with the 4 belts of the biggest fight in the world on paper is Devin Haney versus Lomachenko. But this fight's got the attention, and this fight's got the smoke, and this fight's got everybody's attention in. This is the fight that people are hyped up about. You get what I'm saying? NL in the house. Stephen 4722. What's going down? You guys have got the fight, bro. Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia. Did you watch the press conference, Mastermind? And what did you think?
Yeah, stone cold killers, both of them. Undefeated nightmares. Left hooks and uppercuts coming. That's what's coming, Rap. Uppercuts and left hooks. Don't forget to duck the hook because it might be lights out. You got to make sure.
What did you take from the press conference of what both the guys said? And what did you first take from Ryan Garcia saying that the Tanks team and Tanks people, they put lots of stipulations in the contract. They want me a weight drain. They want me only to go up 10 pounds. They want to cut my rehydration. He goes, it's all good. I want that fight. And they know that they played it in a way where most fighters would have avoided it. What do you think about what you said? And nobody rebutted Ryan Garcia.
No, you don't. That's on him though. You blame him if you lose, but if he win, it's all good. But I wouldn't go for no weight drain personally. That's going. You need every. It's smart on Tank Davis team, but it's bad on Ryan Garcia team, and you see why it was held up. He probably didn't want to sign those stipulations.
But well, he signed them. What do you think of the stipulations? If Tank Davis is a man who can knock everyone out, they say he got more power than some heavyweights. They say that he handled heavyweights as a in the sparring camp. So why would you want a stipulation a slim, skinny Ryan Garcia, bro?
No, that's
And let me
Ryan.
tell
He
you why,
signed.
Mastermind. Let
No,
me
you
tell
got to
you
blame
why.
Ryan. He signed the deal, not Tank. You don't go for that. If you're Ryan Davis, he's the man. You don't make them put stipulations on you.
But let me tell you the truth. The truth of the matter is, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm sure Mastermind knows this. All these people which were hating on Ryan Garcia before, see Tank Davis and Tank Davis's team and his people, they know how good Ryan Garcia is. See, they don't fall for that fanboy shit. Tank Davis ain't nothing like his fanboys. They know that Ryan Garcia is a threat. And if they give him too much weight or they allow him to be like the other opponents, maybe there's a little bit more respect for Ryan that we on the outside looking in, but these guys, they understand that Ryan Garcia, he's a number 100% threat.
Yep.
That's why
And
they
rap,
got to do this.
but Rap, I want you to understand this. You don't sign it now. You making excuses. You don't sign no weight drain deal like that, man. You make sure. No, we gonna do it like every other fight. I'm not making special stipulations. So now, if you beat me, I could be like, well, if I wasn't so weight drained, that's on you. So you got to put that
No,
when
you're
you
right.
take.
No, you're right. No,
Mhm.
you're right. That
Yeah, that because
it's
that can
on
make a
you.
big factor
It's
in the
on
fight,
you.
man.
It's on you to sign that.
Right. You got to make sure you don't cheat yourself. You know what I mean? That's why I think it's smart to go public while you're negotiating with stuff like that. Like, look, I would sign the fight, but these fools want me to do the dehydration clause. What y'all think? That's how you negotiate. You got to make that type of stuff public. Don't sign it and then complain.
No, he didn't really complain or make excuses. He just said, "I'm just letting everybody know that when it came to making the fight, these guys did have so many things that they wanted. Other fighters wouldn't have took it. I'm taking this fight because I want this fight." And he goes, "Those are little things. I'm not even saying that, but I'm just letting you know other fighters wouldn't have took the fight."
So that's a dehydration clause that's in the fight.
Yeah, he can't rehydrate to a certain extent.
Nah. You want to feel comfortable. You don't want to do nothing different. Now you got him doing something different than he normally does. So you don't want you don't you know no. No, remember now. I want you to remember clearly. That's why Diego Corrales lost to Floyd Mayweather. He said he opened up his mouth and said, "I'll go down to 135 and beat you." He said, "All right." He fought one more time at 135. Corrales got dropped 5 times. He wasn't comfortable at the weight. You got to be careful with that. That's why he had such an easy time with Corrales. He was coming down from a weight from 140 to 135.
I mean, Tank Davis would fight other people at 140, but he didn't want to fight Ryan at 140.
They fought at 135.
No, he
See?
won it at 136.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Well, see what I'm saying? These stipulations, man, they smart. I mean, it's smart
Yeah, but he's the A
marketing.
side. Yeah, but Tank Davis is the A side.
Mm-hmm.
He's the A side.
You got to protect your career, though. It's your career. You don't need no losses. Both fighters need to remain undefeated. So for Ryan to make sure his business is okay, you hardball him. No, I want to fight at listen. No, I ain't signing that rehydration clause. That's gonna mess you up. He needs that to win. He
Yeah,
gonna be
but you
hungry
gotta
going in
remember
there.
this. If Ryan Garcia didn't sign the rehydration, there wouldn't be no fight.
No, he just made this public though. Now, why wouldn't he say it at the time? That's how
Look,
you make it.
at the end of the day, a fight is a fight. If the big man, the big money man, says that you can't rehydrate and he's a bigger fighter, then yeah, in some respect, it's a pussy move, or that it's a move that which is too strategic. But also, that's how the teams are when you're the A side. At that point, they're gonna try and do the best they can to favor for Tank Davis,
Right.
and you know, Al Heyman and his team are gonna do the best they can to do the best by their client, which is Javante Tank Davis. They're not looking out for no fucking Ryan Garcia.
No, Ryan Garcia team is for that. They for Tank. So Ryan Garcia got to make sure on the dehydration point. So on the rehydration, make sure that your fighter comes in there prepared because he must win. So you don't need if he lose, you know why he lost. If it goes late and he get tired, you know why. The
All right, well, let's
rehydration.
talk. Let's talk to Australia's finest. What's happening, Carl?
How are you, boys? How are you, Rap?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
What do you think about it?
Why wouldn't you be excited about this fight, mate? It's the undisputed social media champion of the world.
Yeah, it is.
Oh man, I'm so excited. I can't wait for the next tweet. I'm just hanging for their next tweet. I love their tweets.
What do you think about the stipulations in the press conference
Pussy
of
move.
Ryan's stipulations?
It's a pussy move, mate. And Ryan said from day one he's going to tell everyone what's in the contract, and he has. He said from day one he was going to tell everyone about what's in the contract, and they're trying to fucking keep him down. They don't want him too big for that fight.
But
So
why would a guy who punches like a heavyweight be worried about Ryan Garcia in the weight?
I don't know, to be honest. I'd like you said, Rap. I think it's any advantage they can get, bro.
It's just a business advantage.
Yeah, that'll mess
that's
you
right.
up.
It's percentages, you know. And if you can keep a guy down, keep his weight down, like you're saying, look at Devin. How Devin comes in. Like I know a lot of guys that put on 10 kilos overnight.
Right.
A lot of guys that put on 10. Well, that's 22 pounds for you guys in the States. But yeah, overnight, they like Brock Jarvis fought last night. He went from, what did he go from 64.8 to 75 kilos the next day for fighting.
I mean, Devin Haney goes up 24 pounds the next day.
Yeah, exactly. Like you can tell Dev's a big dude, man. He's a big dude. How he makes 135 is fucking beyond me.
So he won't make. So he wouldn't sign. Do you think he would have signed that deal right there with his weight situation?
No way.
It's gonna make him lose, and if you do sign it, it's gonna help you lose the fight. So you might as well put your money on Tank Davis. He already lost in the negotiations.
Yeah. Yep.
You got to rap star. You got to put this in your this figure out who gonna win the negotiations, man. This is why fighters lose. They're not comfortable. It gets late in the fight, and they get exhausted from the rehydration clause. He's not comfortable like he is normally. It's smart business. Yep.
Yeah, it is. That's what it is. It's a business. Like anyone who thinks it isn't, it's a fucking idiot. That's all it is. They're protecting their investment. That's what they're doing. And no way in the world would Devin Haney take that fucking deal. We wouldn't be able to.
Some fighters are right. Is Ryan Garcia right, Cole?
I think he is.
Most fighters wouldn't have accepted this deal.
Yeah, anyone bigger than Tank, anyone that's of decent size wouldn't, because it's a shit deal. 10-pound fucking weight clause. It's definitely an A-side move, but I think it's a bitch move. I think anything you try and do to limit your opposition, I don't know. I think it's pretty piss weak. If you're that good, it shouldn't have any restrictions on the bloke. You should be able to knock the motherfucker out regardless of what he weighs.
But you got to put it all the way on Ryan Garcia for signing that. He should have. Listen, we make the fight. We make the fight if you take that clause off. If not, boom, the people will side with him. If you tell the people that, the people gonna go with Ryan. They're not gonna go with no rehydration clause.
Tank never said a word when he said that. Tank never muttered a one iota of anything when he said that, because I think they know it's a bitch move. I really do. I really do. I had Tank winning the fight. I got Tank winning the fight. I think Tank's I think Tank's shown a lot more than Ryan has of late. And I think activity counts for everything in boxing. I think you got to be active. And Tank's had a fight in January. He's had shit on his toothbrush. I think he's mentally ready. But
Did you see how Tank Davis came in like a pimp and he left his sunglasses on, right, with his purple jacket? When it came to a face-off, he had his sunglasses on most of the time.
yeah. A lot of them have trouble seeing at night, Rap. Yeah, a lot of them have nighttime blindness.
Mm.
And they pull the Ray Charles.
Yeah, and that's why you don't make statements like I knock out heavyweights. That's why you don't say stuff like that, because now you look crazy.
You're dead right. You're dead right. He looks like a fool saying that.
Yeah, you look crazy. If he wouldn't have said that, then maybe people could understand more. But you say you knock out heavyweight, so it don't matter if you get 50 pounds more. It don't matter.
I mean, look, Tank Davis. What did Tank Davis say? The winner of this fight is the one who has the dog in him. He have to have the dog in him to win this fight. But you're coming in this fight making a dog, trying to bring him in like a chihuahua.
Yeah, he'll fight any heavyweight as long as they don't rehydrate past 146.
Why they shook up Ryan Garcia? Why they so shook up Ryan Garcia, bro?
I don't know. You know what, Rap? The thing that's got me, bro, is the eye test for me. Like, I see him in the gym with really fast hands, but when I see him fight, I don't see that same. You know, boxing bags are funny because you can do whatever you want to them; they don't hit back. But I don't know. I haven't seen it. I thought when he beat Luke Campbell, I thought, here we go. This young bloke's going to go on a run here.
And Hawker Mustang says, I knock out heavyweights, but I want to fight you at a catchweight.
Yeah.
And you are not allowed to have more than 10 pounds coming into that ring, Ryan. You better drain yourself, Ryan, and you better make sure you come in there like Skinny Joe. Hey, you know what? I'm going to keep it real with you. When Ryan Garcia said that, I didn't like it. I wanted Tank Davis to say to him, no, that's bullshit. He didn't say nothing.
Nah, he didn't matter.
And I tell you what, Ryan was telling the truth. I don't like it. I don't like the way that this whole bullshit that he's talking about. I mean, this whole shit that he's talking about, and nobody checked Ryan about nothing. And for me, that is like, they try, it makes Tank Davis's people look so strategic in the way they negotiated this fight.
And it makes Ryan look desperate for taking it. Why would you take it?
Ryan? Yeah, you're right.
I mean, you coming in there with a handicap, man. That's big. That's big, man. I mean, maybe he should try to get it off of there, man. Maybe it ain't too late.
We got Eazy-E versus what's his name? Grease Lightning. Eazy-E. This is Eazy-E versus what's his name?
John Travolta.
John Travolta in Grease. So this reminds me of John Travolta in Grease versus Eazy-E, the pimp, in his purple jacket.
Why, it's Grease Lightning!
Hey, listen, it's a big fight though. For everybody getting behind it, Carl, and it doesn't even have one belt. Ain't even fucking one belt on the line.
And it's at 136. What the fuck is 136?
Exactly. What's 136?
What are we getting sold over here, bro? Are we getting
Oh, man.
Are they playing?
The good thing is someone's always got to go.
This is about what I said.
This is about ending shit talk. I think that's all it is. It's Twitter beef and shit talk. And this creates the king of Twitter and the end of the shit talk.
Yeah, this is bad, man, for him to put that clause in there, Rap. I agree I mean, I agree. It's smart. If you don't want to fight, I can see you putting it in there. But if you sign that deal, it's just like Canelo. He shouldn't have never signed that 152 deal with Mayweather. Nah, you come up here to 154 and face me. No hydration clause. That's why Canelo lost so easily to Mayweather.
Let's keep it real. Are you saying that it's a slight desperate move on Ryan Garcia's behalf?
Yeah, man. That's not smart, man. That's not smart. You make sure you don't put that in there. That's
All right,
hurting you, man.
mastermind. Yo, does people agree? This might be a good conversation. Do people agree with mastermind? Because of so much money, Ryan Garcia has slightly done a little bit of a desperate move because he wants this fight so much. Yes or no? Or is that just how boxing goes? When you're the A side, you can do what you got to do, and it's up to the B side.
I think it's a fucking bitch move. I really do. When you got to put
Why?
that on some, I just when you got it when you can't fight them at their natural weight.
Yeah.
You've obviously got issues with their size, and you're worried about their power. Obviously, if you got to do that to someone, anyone, any fight, and who knows, Canelo might do it to Bivol at 168. You know.
Mm.
Yeah, he'll win that fight. They put the money on Canelo. If he come down to 168, easy win
Yeah.
for Canelo.
Yeah, and if he puts a hydration clause on Bivol, then it could be a different story.
Heck
Especially
yeah.
especially when you get into them later rounds and you're not hydrated. You know, your body's still trying to recover from the weight loss.
So
Because man,
so did
it cooks
uh-huh.
your organs. It really cooks your kidneys. When you deplete your body of fluid, mate, it really depletes your kidneys.
Did you remember that Corrales came down from 140 to 135 to fight Mayweather? That's why he got beat so bad.
Yep.
Yo, I just want to say, Manton 509 salute, Coco in the building, Con Swannery, Fratnal House. Hey, where the fuck is Punch Drunk Boxing? I know that Punch was on in the media today. Hey, listen, where's my boy Punch? He was in the media today. He was out there speaking to Ryan and all these Leonard Ellerby's and Stephen Epsonozas and Eric Gomez is out there in the media. I don't see Punch in the chat. Anybody seen him in the chat? All right, I want to hear from Punch. Where's he at? But go on.
Yeah, you say you do remember that fight with Corrales. Corrales came down from 5 pounds from 140 to 135.
For Mayweather.
Yeah, see how bad he performed in that fight.
No, he
He
didn't do the
did.
best.
Yeah, he did what he had to do, but he came down a whole weight division. That's what we were saying about these guys coming down, man. You're not even the same fighter.
Yeah. Hey, I want to ask the everybody about this. I know this is the big press conference happened today. There's going to be another press conference happening later today, Carl, between both of them. And this press conference was very cordial, less energetic, but maybe they'll save it for this one today.
Yeah, the face-off was pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, there was a little bit of back and forth. But how do you feel about the fight in Australia right now, son? How do you feel
Fucking
about Tim
pumped.
Tszyu versus Tony Harrison? How's it cooking in Australia? How's it
He's looking
feeling? How's it
fucking
bubbling? What's going
sensational.
on?
He's looking fucking
What's happening?
sensational.
What's up?
He's looking good,
The
mate. And he's gonna.
Australians are big behind this fight, yeah? The
Oh
Aussies are
yeah,
behind it. Big.
yeah. This is bigger than Cambosis Haney. Yeah, even though it's for an interim title, Tim's got way more of a following than George ever dreams of having.
This is a big fight in Australia. I mean, at the end of the day, the money's on Tim. People in
My
America
money's
are
on.
going for Tony, and
Of
people
course they
believe
are.
most of the Americans believe that Tony's going to outbox Tim Tszyu.
I talk about activity rap. This dude Harrison's fought twice in 4 years, bro. Twice in 4
Whoa.
years.
Whoa. Yeah, you got to put the money with Tim after hearing that.
Activity's everything, boys. Activity's
Yep.
everything.
Yep. Exactly.
And yeah, man, people say what they want about Tim that he hasn't fought anyone. I'm telling you now, on Sunday, you guys are going to see a new dude at 154 that's worth his salt. I'm telling
Well,
you now.
imagine this then, Cole. If Tim Tszyu beats Tony Harrison better than Jamel Charlo, what the fuck are they going to say then?
He only fought twice in 4 years.
What are they going to say then?
They're going to say he only fought twice in 4 years.
They're going to make excuses up? Are they going to make
Exactly.
excuses up?
Exactly.
Or they're going to give Tim his fucking flowers? Because
Why not give the dude flowers? He
right
could have
now,
sat back.
a lot of people are going for Tony Harrison to beat Tim Tszyu.
Yeah, I was going with it until he just said that. Now, like he said, that's everything. I was saying Tony by the smallest margin, but now that he said that, he's not. He don't have enough. He don't. He's rusty, so he's probably going to lose.
Look at that.
But
Hayes says, Tony, I don't lose, sucker Harrison. Then Philip Murillo says, I'm no Harrison fan, but he will take this fight. Coco in the building says, it's not the same Harrison. And Kevin Effect says, hell no. That's a great fucking win for Tim. He proves himself if he beats Tony Harrison. Facts.
Exactly.
You better put
Exactly.
respect on Tim Tszyu. If he beats
Fuck
Tony
yeah.
Harrison, he deserves every part of coming after Jamel Charlo. Then he might be able to beat Jamel Charlo.
He's talking like he wants Errol Spence after he wins.
Wow.
He's keen. He's keen. And I'll tell you what, man, the dude wants to eat. The dude is hungry. He wants to fucking eat.
Well, he got to show us this Saturday night.
Yeah, well, exactly. Exactly. This is his coming out party.
Rap,
You know
rap,
what? He could have sat back and waited. He could have sat back and waited for fucking Jamel's hand to heal. He didn't have to take this fight.
Yeah.
And this one-sided fucking boring fucking Australian fighter that's got no pop, you're going to have a different fucking opinion about this guy after Sunday. Because I'm telling you now, this dude's fucking hungry, man, and he's putting the world on notice. He wants everyone to know that there's a new dude at 154.
Tip Bayless says Carl doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Yeah, well, of course
he's an American. It's an American, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it is.
Hey,
let Sunday tip.
The Americans don't want this. Listen, it's Australia versus America on Saturday, and the Americans are backing their boy. They're gang with Tony Harrison. They want that smoke. Well, we'll see.
Good.
We'll see. It's Aussie versus Americans on Saturday night. Will the Aussies take over the States? Will the Aussies take over the American, or is the American going over there to show them that you can't play with the boys in America? Let's see.
Rap, let me ask you this, Rap. Now you said that if he beats Tony, he deserves all his credit, right? He deserves his respect, right?
He deserves his certification to the world title. Yes.
Okay. So when Mike Tyson beat Larry Holmes, did he get his respect? Or did they say Larry Holmes was old
Larry
and
was way
inactive?
old. Larry was way old. But you still got respect for Larry.
And see, that's like you said, that's what they're gonna say about Tony. He already said it. 2 fights in 4 years. Activity is everything.
Well, it looks like the Aussies are confident they're gonna cook the American on Saturday.
And you know what? We didn't put any fucking any hydration clause on fucking Tony either.
No.
None. We don't rock like that. That's
Tony. Tony win this, he right back on top, man. He right back on top.
This is a dangerous fight for Tim. This is a very dangerous fight.
Mm-hmm.
This could throw him back 10 spots. This could put him to the back of the pack.
Yeah, salute.
And possibly end his career. Like, make no mistake about it. If he don't succeed here, they're going to say, well, he beat a Terrell Garcia after Terrell dropped him, even though he came back and won that fight really fucking convincingly. He's just beat a Terrell Garcia who's fucking nothing. And he's not ready for Jamel, but Jamel wasn't ready for him. So
I want to know what Americans are really confident and backing Tony Harrison against Tim Tszyu in Australia.
I'm backing him, Rap, and he need the knockout. I'm backing him. He needs the knockout. Don't leave it up to the judges. You go in there, you score the knockout late round.
He ain't a knockout guy.
It don't. And listen, he boxed. He done knocked out people before. Why people say that? Look how many knockouts he got. When you fighting that intensely, knockouts come because they both trying to win and they leave themselves open. Lomachenko ain't a knockout guy, but he'll knock you out.
He'll knock any motherfucker in this chat out. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just because you're not a knockout guy don't mean you won't knock. Buster Douglas wasn't a knockout guy. He knocked out Mike.
Yep.
Yeah, y'all got to stop overlooking that now, Rap. You know these guys they can punt. That's why y'all sleeping on Devin Haney. He got punching power.
In other words, you're going for something that he's got to do in Australia to knock out a guy that not been knocked out, who's an unbeaten fighter. I think he's going for trying to outbox him.
Zab Judah never got knocked out. Costa Zoo knocked his ass out in the second round, didn't he? Undefeated. So don't act like it can't happen, Rap.
I never said it can't. I'm just
These
saying.
guys.
I'm just saying to you, getting a knockout in Australia against Tszyu is going to be tough for Tony.
Yeah, but that's what he needs to do if he want to come home with the belt.
Well, I tell you what, he's not going to be.
The only
Tim's got
person
a-
who's getting knocked out is Tony fucking Harrison.
Hey, he get knocked out, man, in Australia. That's bad. Now I'll put the money up there. He don't get knocked out. Now that's good money.
I'm already hearing the home cooking. I've already heard that many Americans whinge. Look what happened to Jeff Horn and Manny Pacquiao. It'll happen to Tony. It'll happen to Tony. They're going to get robbed.
Nope.
Why didn't they rob Devin Haney twice?
They didn't rob Manny Pacquiao neither. They just crying. He beat his ass.
I think it was a close fight, man. So close fight to me goes either way.
Yep.
I'm not unhappy when my fighter loses.
Yeah, every time Manny Pacquiao lose. You notice every time he lose, they start crying and say he won. Bradley, they said the same thing. Jeff Horn, Mayweather, they always say he won.
Yep.
We got no excuses. I want Tony to go in there, Detroit. He has to win. He's one of the best fighters in the world, but he has to show that he's better than Tszyu. Tszyu is the man. You have to beat the man to prove you the best and get that number 3 with Charlo.
And you know what? Both of these dudes are good people outside the ring. I really rock with Tony. I think Tony's a fucking stand-up dude. I think he's a good dude. But I just think Tim's going to go on a run now, and I think we're going to see plain old ordinary Tim who can't fight for shit. We're going to see him cement his place in 154. And you heard it first here from the motherfucking Australian.
Hey, you got to tell me, man, what kind of knockout punch he got, Tszyu?
Oh, he's got a nice right hand. Got a lovely right hand.
See? There it is.
Got 15 knockouts from 21 fights, so he's about 75%.
That's great, man. That's great.
He doesn't have the power of his father, but man, he's got the will and determination of him. Fuck, he's got some, and he's tough. He can take an absolute battering.
Who was his father, the dude that knocked out Zab Judah?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Hall of Famer.
Yep.
Yeah, he one of the best to ever do it, too. Well, no wonder he good. His daddy a beast.
Yeah. Yeah, his dad's pretty well revered in Australia.
I seen his father lose his first fight. You remember who he lost to?
Ricky Hatton.
I thought his first loss was to Vernon Phillips.
It was a Vernon Phillips.
Yeah, Vernon Phillips. Then he lost to Ricky.
Yeah, he
late
lost
in the game.
Mm.
Yeah, Vernon Phillips. He gave him that loss on Friday Night Fights. I remember watching Costa Zoo. Then he came back, and I bet against him with Zab Judah. Man, lost all the money.
I think everyone bet against Costa on that one.
You didn't think he was going to win that?
I'm an Australian, mate. We don't have many fighters, and when we do, we ride them hard. So I was riding Costa. I was at the pub that day. I still remember at the pub screaming, seeing the OG stanky leg.
Yep.
Blew me out. He just got him, and he took some punishment. He took a bit of a beating before that.
Yeah, that left uppercut caught him nasty.
But see, he's got the dog in him, and Tim's the exact same fighter. Tim will be there in front of Tony all night. He's not going to be running. He's not a back foot fighter. He's a counter puncher, boxer, and he'll stand in front of him and trade all night.
But that referee,
worries me.
But remember that's the greatest win in y'all country is the Zab Judah loss. Is that the greatest victory ever in Australian boxing history?
Nah, Lionel Rose, 1968, when he beat Fighting Harada, and then defended his titles twice in 1 year, in the same year. That's a boxer. Imagine that, having 2 title defenses the same year you become champion.
Right.
Yeah, like, it all depends who you talk to. A lot of people don't have Costa in their top 10 Aussies of all time because he's not Australian. He's not born Australian. He immigrated to Australia. So,
Yeah, man. Tszyu. Only thing
you
that
know, a lot of
referee,
people.
he robbed us of the greatest fight. That was gonna be the best fight ever, Zab Judah Tszyu, but that referee cheated us all, man. Remember that referee stopped the fight?
Yeah.
Oh, you know they
Yeah.
was about to rumble, man. He could have let him go on, man.
Yeah, well, he had no feet under him, mate. He had no feet. He couldn't walk to him. He was doing like a Michael Jackson, like a moonwalk with one
Yeah,
leg.
he was just messed up for a couple seconds, though. He wasn't messed up for 10 seconds. He was messed up for enough to get up, fall down, and
Well,
then he stopped.
it's called a standing 8 for a reason, bro.
Yeah, exactly. You making my point. Give him a standing 8 count. Don't just wave it off at 4. Soon as he fall back down, you give him the 8 count. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Thank you. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no,
Man,
the greatest robbery in boxing history was Jeff Fennick and Azuma Nelson. That was the greatest robbery.
who got robbed? Azuma?
No, Jeff Fennick.
Oh, Jeff Fennick should have won?
Beat the absolute dog shit out of him. It was the undercard to one of Mike Tyson's fight. He was fucking robbed. Even the WBC have come out and apologised and given Jeff a belt. doesn't change the scorecards or the record, but yeah, the WBC recognised that he was fucking robbed. Go back and watch that fight.
It was a split decision?
I think was it a majority? I think it might have been a majority decision. Might have been split. Yeah. It was terrible.
That's what I was telling them yesterday. Don't never leave it up to the judge's hands, man. Never. You got to take them out. Like Mayweather, he was leaving it up to the judges. So when you leave it up to the judges, you leaving it up to God. So if he want to rob you, he might rob you. This is boxing. It won't be the first time somebody got robbed.
Oh, it won't be the last.
Mm-hmm.
It won't be the last. I tell you, that Figueroa and Maxeo fight, the scorecards were wide on that. The right person won, but the scorecards were way wide on that.
And you know what one that hurt us, man, was that Orlando Salido Lomachenko. Just imagine if they would have gave that to Lomachenko, man. Jesus. Just a split decision, just a close one. But they should have just gave it to Lomo. You feel me?
Yeah, that was a robbery. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know what the cooking was there, but it was like, we can't have no dude in his second fight win a world title.
Yeah, only reason it was close because, like you said, the low blows slowed down the pace and everything. It was like, man, but it was a close fight. It could have went either way, but just imagine if it would have went to Lomo's side. It took his invincibility away. That's what messes it up. This happened to a lot of guys, though. Sweet Pea Whitaker went through that, remember? Yup. Sweet Pea Whitaker, it happened to him.
It happens more often than not, bro. Doesn't it? And I think it's what keeps people out. That's what keeps casuals out of boxing. Real boxing, Mirage and Cambosis. Oh, that's fucking funny.
Yo,
You
look,
buzz?
man. Look at this. I don't know what this talk about. This Tim guy, he hasn't proven anything. I don't even follow his career like that. I'm saying Harrison is gonna outbox this cat, man. That's what I'm thinking, and I'm choosing Harrison to win the fight on Sunday, man. Simple as that.
Beautiful.
We riding.
Beautiful. We riding kangaroos over here all the way
Carl,
to the
we
bank.
know. Carl, listen, it's more about the name he carry, ain't about the skill set. And you know boxing. you already know that it's more about the name he carries. That's why people are interested in this fight. But I will say one thing, Harrison, he usually fades out in the later rounds, but man, he does have good IQ. He has a really good jab, and I think he's gonna outbox Tim on Sunday.
Yeah, he could, man. He could. And Harrison's no slouch. I think Harrison's, outside of Jamel, is possibly the best, second best at 154. And this is what Tim wanted, man. I just love how Tim moves, mate. I love how he moves. He's like, he could have taken a tune up, or
This could end bad though for Tim if he loses.
This is it.
We might get a Harrison versus Charlo 3, which I want to see that because they both won one apiece. I know Harrison got knocked out in the they stopped the fight in the second one, but still.
Yep. I mean, the thing that's with Harrison's going against him is his late rounds and his chin. I mean, every loss has been a knockout. All three losses have all been knockouts. So that's going against him. And Tim's not known for his power, but man, Tim's knocked 75% of his opposition out. And he's done the Australian scene. So he's done everyone in Australia. Jeff Horn. He was supposed to fight Michael Zarafa. Michael Zarafa backed out.
But look, dude? It should be a good fight, though. I mean,
it'll be a good fight.
I'm gonna be tuning in.
I like the style matchup, man. I like the style matchup because they're both front foot fighters. That they're both. Well, Tim's jab is the thing that worries me is Tony's jab for Tim. If Tim just can't get past that jab, I think it's going to be a similar Devin Haney Cambosa style fight where Tim's just not going to be able to get inside and get to work. But if Tim can avoid that jab and counter that jab, I think it's going to be a good fight, man. And Tim is fucking laser focused, man. I've never seen Tim this focused for a fight. He is on the money. He's looking good, man. I just want to see him. Because one thing he's hated his whole career is being referred to as Costa's son. Yeah. He hates it. He hates he hates his bloodline because of what people say, and he definitely doesn't have his father's pop. I'm fucking blind. Freddie can see that. He doesn't have his power, but I tell you what, he's got is his will and tenacity, man. He's got his will and his tenacity.
Is this the best fighter in Australia right now? Because we know we knew that for a while wasn't Cambosa's.
Yeah, no, I think Jai Opetaia is our best right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Jai Opetaia, the cruiserweight.
Okay.
I think he's our best.
Yeah. Who you got winning the Ryan Garcia fight, man? Because I came in here a little bit late to the panel, but I've been in the chat.
I got Tank, man. I got Tank.
Yeah.
And with the rehydration clause on Ryan, he's not going to be at his natural weight.
That's what I was telling people in the chat. Look, man, I like Tank, but I like Ryan too. But I don't like this rehydration clause because at the same time, it's not even like Tank's a freaking champion. You know what I mean? It's not like
it's not for anything.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So why you making, first of all, and nobody could say this. This is why for anyone that's attacking Ryan Garcia, everyone got to understand that it's Ryan Garcia that made this fight happen. Because I feel like Tank's team was throwing all these stipulations, hoping or at least believing that Ryan would not take the fight.
Yep.
And Ryan didn't give them any, Ryan's like, no, I'll do it. You feel me? Because I know and here's the thing, man. I'm rooting for Ryan. I think here's the thing. I can slightly edge it for Tank because I think slightly, but it's not like a huge slight. But I'm rooting for Ryan. I think he has his head on straight, and I think he's gonna surprise the world on April 22nd, man. I think he's coming in for the kill, and I can't wait to see this fight. This gonna be a big fight. Yo, listen to me. Across all YouTube channels, from the major ones, from PBC, Showtime, DAZN, there was close to 90,000 people that tuned in for this press conference. You tell me the last time we seen 90,000 people tune in on YouTube and that's just YouTube. We don't know about the apps. It could have been over 100,000 people that tuned in for a press conference. And tomorrow in Los Angeles, it's gonna get more spicy. I know it's gonna get more spicy because towards the end of it, they started getting a little spicy.
Well, this is how you sell a fight, man. This is how you sell a fight. You take it to the people. You know, look, move. This is how you sell a fight, and it's it's the undisputed social media champion. But someone at the end of the day, someone's always going to go. And I like the fight. I got Tank's mental state right now, and Tank's activity is second to none. He's probably the best at 135. This is his second fight.
I don't know about that, man. I still think Shakur beats everybody at 135, man.
I'm just talking about Tank's activity. Just saying about how active he is. You know, like I think Shakur beats everyone too. I think Shakur's.
But we don't even know because Shakur hasn't even faced anyone.
Stop hating, man. You've been hating all
just
day.
keeping it real though.
All this live.
Whenever we keep it real, motherfuckers like Max are so casual. Where Shakur looks so great, he hasn't even fought anyone, Carl, at 135 yet.
No, and I'd like to see him with a hydration clause on him.
I'm just saying, he hasn't fought
I'd like to see Shakur with a 10-pound hydration clause.
Right.
I'd like to see Devin because they wouldn't take that fight, man.
Yeah. So look. Right now, you got to bet $1,000. Let's say you got a surplus of $1,000 to bet. You putting it on Tank?
If I had 1,000.
Yeah,
I'd put it on Tank.
Yeah. Okay. So is Mirage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have it on Tank.
Yeah,
Ryan just hasn't shown me, man. Ryan's shown me some great skills on a set of mitts and a boxing bag, and a bag on a spring, but he hasn't shown me nothing in the ring since Luke Campbell.
And look, I see people in the chat saying, "Oh well, he accepted the stipulations. You know, he's the A side." I hear what y'all saying, but why he didn't do that with Mario Barrios? Exactly, chirps, right? He didn't do that with Mario Barrios, right? From what I know. So what happened? We got to keep that same energy. Everyone know the reason all this is happening. You could have the A side, but that rehydration clause, his team knows this is the greatest threat to Ryan Garcia. I mean, to Tank Davis. And I'm not. And I listen again. I like Tank, but I've always said that I always had a limit on Tank because I never thought he would fight great opposition while he was with Mayweather. I always said he would continue to fight B-class level fighters. Now he's against someone who's up there, an A-level fighter compared to his status, and we're going to see this fight. But all of you that are saying, oh, but we can't complain. Well, why he didn't do that with Mario Barrios? And you see, no one really has an answer for that. At the end of the day, man, I'm happy the fight is happening. And I got to tell you something. If you heard Ryan Garcia after the press conference, they asked him about Mario Barrios, and he was talking about how, because they were saying Mario Barrios is a taller fighter, he kind of has the same stature as Ryan Garcia, and Ryan Garcia, really good boxing, head on his shoulder. He was able to break that down and say, hey, look, I'm not Mario Barrios, and this is the reason he got clipped. So I'm telling you, man, I think Ryan's gonna pull the upset on this fight, man, and a lot of people are gonna be surprised, man.
Yeah, I just haven't seen it from him yet thus far. I've seen him go backwards actually, since the Luke Campbell fight. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see. It's an interesting fight.
And look, I'm gonna keep the same energy. I like Canelo, but when Canelo does it, I don't like it. I ain't liking when Floyd did it. I ain't liking when none
it's
of
a bitch move
because it's just showing, and it's just a sign of fear or of doubt, So you got to control what's going on. So I keep the same energy for Canelo because one thing about me, I ain't no fanboy. And Rapstar, you've been real quiet. You're probably having breakfast for the third time this morning. Let us know who you think is winning that fight. I know you hosting the show, but you can let us know who you're rooting for.
Is Rap sitting on the fence again, is he?
He might be, Mirage.
Yeah, I originally picked Garcia, I thought he would outbox
Rap is your
Tank.
god. Rap never sits on the fence.
But I noticed in the face-off, even though
Rap
Tank
is
is
Mirage.
even though Tank is shorter, he looks like a man compared to Garcia. He looks like a boy. Like he's got a little head. He looks like a little kid. I don't think Garcia can take the smoke. Ultimately.
So you're thinking Tank's gonna pull this off?
Yeah, I think I've changed my mind. I think Tank's going to catch him.
Okay.
Garcia, yeah, he's got skill. He can box, but I think he's too weak. He's a boy at the end of the day. Tank is tough. I think he's going to catch him.
The problem with Tank, and this is just from a boxing perspective, he always starts off slow, and he always gives up the beginning rounds. And he did it with Rolly, but this is what happens. He's looking for the opportunity, and he's looking to set up the shot and then deliver that knockout power. The question is, can you beat Ryan Garcia without that? And that's where I think he's limited, because he can only beat you by knockout. But what if Garcia has amazing defense the whole night and doesn't give him that
Does he
shot?
have that discipline? Does he have that discipline for 12 rounds?
Well, that's what we going.
I
There's
don't think
many
he does.
questions. I'm not saying that Ryan doesn't have things to work on. Absolutely.
Hey, Rap.
Mirage, you're
Rap.
hurting the Ryan Garcia fans, man.
Hey, Rap. Put up
You're hurting the Ryan
the
Garcia
photo.
fans, man.
Put up the photo I got up. Rap.
What photo is that?
See, what the fuck, Tank Davis? What's he fucking wearing? That's what I want to talk about. That's fucking. Did he lose a bet or something? Is that part of the fucking contract? He has to come out wearing that outfit. Did you see his handbag?
What's he wearing, bro?
That looks
Kind
like
of looks like Hannah Montana. Kind of looks like Hannah Montana.
That looks like Tip Bayless' purse right there, bro.
And what the fuck is that? Seriously.
Yeah, what style of fucking clothing is that, bro?
It's Hannah Montana. What the fuck's wrong with that? That's Hannah Montana. Oh, hang on. He's not a girl. Fuck. Yeah, no, he shouldn't be wearing that.
He deserves to get knocked out just for that, to be honest.
Well, you know what? I think
Hey, yo, Tip Bayless is getting really upset with you, Mirage.
Yeah, because Tip's got that kind of get up in his wardrobe. We all know that. That's how he gets around town. Except he wears high heels as well.
Oh man.
Everybody knows that.
But look, man, I tell you what, man, I am excited for the month of March and April, because we get the Harrison versus Tszyu fight on Sunday. Then 2 weeks from that, we get the Benavidez and Plant fight. And then a month from that, we get the Tank and Garcia fight. I mean, I'm excited, man.
Mirage, how fucking excited are you for Benavidez Plant, bro?
That's the main event of the year, bro.
I think Plant's gonna win that, but it's gonna be a great fight, man. That's a great.
I'm excited, bro. This is a coming
it's
out
good.
party. Coming out party for Benavidez.
Oh, Carl.
David, I was supposed to call.
Carl, do you know that Mirage, #1 fan of Benavidez, got to speak to Benavidez Sr.?
Did he?
Did it? Yeah, Rap did an interview, and he let him get on the panel to talk to Senior.
I've spoken to David before on a panel.
Oh yeah,
I spoke to David on the phone. I was supposed to call
to
David again.
I spoke to him on a panel, and I said to him,
Mirage was about to cry during the panel discussion.
What'd you say, Carl, to him?
No, I said that when I was on the panel with him, I asked him, who do you think is your biggest competition at 168? And he said Canelo. And he said, but I don't fear no one. And I said, I said, your old man's a fucking legend. I said, do you feel like you have to perform because of all the shit your old man talks? And he just pissed himself laughing. And he said, yeah, man. He said, my old man talks that much smack that I've got to back it in the ring, you know?
That's true.
Yeah. No, this is an intriguing fight, man. This is Benavidez's first test against an A-level opponent. And does Caleb have a gas tank to keep up with the output of Benavidez?
But I think, Carl, I was saying this, like, let's say if Benavidez loses, this is gonna set him back big time, like
Oh,
big time. But
yeah.
if Plant loses, I think Plant can still come back because then the only two losses he has is against the undisputed at 168 Canelo, and then
Yep.
he got it against an upcoming hungry fighter in Benavidez.
Depends how he loses. Like I told you, what if he gets his ass beat like nothing? I mean, what's he do then?
Do you really see Benavidez knocking Plant out?
I see him running over him. That's what I see. I told you.
I see if I can see anything with Benavidez.
Will definitely be a knockout. The question is, how competitive is it before the knockout?
So you know how Plant knocked out Darrell? I don't think Benavidez is gonna do that to him, right? But I do think if there's anything that Benavidez could do, is that he'll TKO him. Like they'll stop the fight.
Yeah, he breaks opponents down.
Yeah, because he just won't be able to defend himself. But
yeah, that's what he does. Yeah.
Yeah,
but I just want to see it up against against top level opposition.
Yeah,
and if he can do that, man, then he's in my eyes,
Carl's
man,
on the bandwagon as well. Carl, you're going to get on the bandwagon.
Oh man, I like the dude. I like him. I like him, but I like Plant too, and I'm not a fool. Plant's a pure boxer. Plant's a better boxer than Benavidez, but Benavidez
talking, Carl, because this dude Mirage don't even give credit to Plant, man.
Nah, but Plant's a good boxer, man, and this is the best. Fucking shout out to David and PBC for making this fight, because I honestly thought this was too much risk for him, because these are both in their books A side, even though David hasn't fought anyone of Caleb Plant's level. But now, man, this fight, like the winner of this fight, man, is the next in line.
I've said Caleb's a good boxer. I haven't said he's shit. I just think he's not strong enough to take the punishment.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm worried about the output of Benavidez.
It's all good to be a cool boxer, but he's not going to be able to stand in front. He stood in front of Canelo a lot with his little shoulder roll, because Canelo doesn't throw a lot of punches, but he can't do that against Benavidez with the punches.
I think he was a bit
throws.
shell shocked fighting Canelo, to be honest. I think Caleb Plant was different in that fight, man. He was very sheepish.
Hey, let me ask you guys something. Is this fucking geezer, fucking Tank Davis, wearing trousers that don't fit him in a fucking green handbag or what?
Do they have frills on the bottom? Is there frills on the bottom?
Has he got a green fucking handbag on his fucking in his hand or what?
Yeah.
Is he taking the fucking?
It's like he lost a bet or something. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. It's weird. He's supposed to be some badass gangster, and he's dressing like that. Is that a regional thing where he's from? I don't know. Where's he from? Atlanta or something?
Baltimore,
yeah.
He's fucking got a purse, the cunt. The cunt holding his fucking woman's purse. He's fucking holding his fucking woman's purse.
I think he's got her pants and knickerbockers on.
I think he got up and his woman said, "That's fucking made by Givenchy." So he goes, "All right, give it." It's fucking made by Givenchy or fucking Valentino or something.
You give it a old, I'm taking this to the press conference.
Yeah, it looks good with my fucking pinky purple jacket.
And don't fucking say anything, bitch, or I'll suck
I do think Tank Davis has got one screw loose in his head anyway.
Maybe he's trolling everybody. He's trolling, maybe.
Yeah, he could be. He definitely could be.
Because if you were trolling, that's what you'd wear. I'd wear that if I was trolling.
Teofimo Senior would love that fucking outfit. But he's definitely taking the piss with that outfit.
Yeah, Carl, the Tszyu fight, that's interesting. It's a big risk, definitely.
100%.
He can go either way. He can get outboxed the whole fight. He just can't get in, or he can break him down. Like, I reckon it's a 50-50. It's going to be.
I just want to see how Tony's gas tank is, man. 2 fights in 4 years, bro. That's really average.
Yeah,
that's really average activity.
Yeah, but Tszyu's been inactive as well, for fuck's sake.
No, he fought Garcia last year.
Yeah, was it early last year?
Yeah, and he was due to fight Charlo in January.
Yeah, I know it was due, but he's not very active either.
Man, they gave Charlo the belts for 7 or 8 days and then announced the fight, and then the WBO ordered the fight.
Hey, what do you think about Costa, like leaving the family and going?
Yeah, with a new woman. starting a new
Yeah, I was
family
reading up
back in
about
Russia.
that. Like I knew about it, but I just read up some details. Like,
Yeah, well, I don't
when they
think
were
Tim.
kids.
Yeah, Tim Costa was never there. He was never around his kids. Their mother raised him. He's
Yeah.
not big on his old man, mate. His old man's only been in his corner
Nah.
once, and that was his first fight. And then he said after that he didn't want his fucking dad there anymore.
His dad, he could hear him shouting instructions
Yeah,
from the corner, and it pissed him off.
yeah. And he's never been back there in 20 fights. He was there for
Yeah,
his
it's fucking
first.
weird, eh? Like,
Yeah.
he fights. He looks exactly like his dad in the ring, like in the face. Like you would think, he trained him like to have a close relationship, but nothing. Is totally. That's weird.
No, it's been their grandfather that's done it all, mate. Their grandfather and
the grandfather. I didn't know that.
yeah. It's her dad, and he's done all the conditioning with both Tim and Nikita. He's more in Nikita's corner now. Like he's on the bucket and that for Nikita. But yeah, man, Tim doesn't want to be associated with his father. He doesn't. There's I don't know. It's not so much bad blood. He's got respect for his dad, but his dad was just never there for him as a kid.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
And you resent your father, mate, for that, for when you need him as fucking kids. Because you know when you're playing sport, there's no one you want there to watch you do well at sport than your fucking dad.
Especially when you're a boxer and he's a legend.
Yeah.
You think, fucking hell, and he just doesn't want to be there. He's busy hammering some new chick in Russia.
Yeah. And they got a sick little baby too. That's why he's not coming now. He's not even going to be at the fight.
Oh yeah.
He's got a sick little girl. Yeah. So Costa's not coming. He was coming.
Are you gonna play the fence, or are you gonna give us your predictions for these fights, man?
He's having fucking breakfast, all right?
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, I think Harrison's activity is going to bite him late in this fight. And I think he's going to get sloppy, and that's where Tim capitalizes. Because Tim's got a hell of a chin, man. I've never seen Tim hurt. I've never seen him hurt. I've seen him dropped once, but I've never seen him hurt, man. Never seen him hurt.
Yeah.
And he's gone the distance.
Have to break him down. He's going to have to break him down.
Yep.
So I have a question. You guys are both from Australia. Whatever happened to Kambosos saying that he was going to retire if he lost these fights to Devin Haney?
Oh, look, I think it's good that he's still fighting, man, because he's still a good name for someone's resume. You know, he's still good for someone to have on their resume, but he's going to be more of a gatekeeper or a fucking, that style of fighter. And he's just there for the money, mate. That's all it is.
Yeah. And he was never big in Australia, right?
No, never.
Never even fucking heard of him really until he won the belts. Most people didn't.
I equate George's fan base as like 10 times weaker than Tim's. Like Tim's done all his fighting in Australia, and he's got his father's name, so he's carried on that name in Australia, and everyone in Australia, even the casuals, are turning up. And
I heard that when the first time Kambosos fought Haney, it wasn't really even Australians in there. It was more the Greeks that were in the stadium.
Yeah, that's why they had it in Melbourne, bro. That's why it was in Melbourne, because that's what makes up a lot of Melbourne population, a Greek heritage. That's why it wasn't in Sydney, in his hometown. That's where Tim's having this fight. This is at Q Arena, so and it'll sell out. It'll be a sellout, and it'll do well in Australia, man. $70 fucking pay-per-view, but
is it 70?
Yeah.
Like usually ours are cheaper. That's the most.
Was 80. Kambosos was 80.
Okay, so I'm looking at him. Yeah, I'm thinking of MMA. MMA is 49 or 39, I think. You haven't really been. There's nothing to buy.
Yeah, no. Kambosos was 80. Man, I buy him just because I support Australian boxing.
But fuck. I mean, this is the problem. Like, people don't see the fights. I mean, it's hard to see them these days with that kind of pay-per-view. It's expensive.
I know.
A lot of money.
Yeah, it is. And this is expensive, but at least this is a better card than Kambosos Haney. This is a fucking good card.
Yeah.
This is a good card. This guy Nikita Tszyu's fighting, man. He's 7-0 and 7 knockouts. Bo Belbin.
I thought he wasn't on the card. I thought Nikita wasn't on the card.
No, he's on the card, man. He's the first of the main card.
He's more of a. I've seen him fight. Like, he's not a serious boxer, really. He's more just like casual sort of boxer.
he wasn't at the start because he went to the university and he's done his architect degree, so he's an architect.
Yeah.
He's got his degree in architecture, but he didn't take up boxing until really late, man. But I tell you what, the kid has got some fucking power. Fuck, his defense is terrible.
He comes to bang, yeah.
When he fought Jeff Horn's brother Ben, that was a good fight, man. And Ben took that fight on 7 days' notice, and they banged for 6 rounds, and it was a fucking good fight. It was a good showing by Nikita, man.
Hey yo,
Benny.
let me just while I'm eating my breakfast, let me just send me mate Punch Drunk Boxing, which was with Ryan Garcia. He was talking to Ryan Garcia earlier on. He was with Ryan Garcia's dad. He was talking to Eric Gomez. He was talking to Bernard Hopkins. Punch Drunk Boxing in the motherfucking house, who was in the media and getting all those insights for all the fans. But there's a link for Punch if he wants to jump on. Go on.
Punch is actually a somebody in the fucking in the industry, isn't he? Gets all these interviews.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to start showing him a little bit more respect.
You need to show everyone respect, man.
Yeah, I'll think about it, Punch. I'll think about it.
But listen, I want hopefully come up. I want to know how that was today. And
you know he's drunk as shit. You know he's fucking he's had a wild day. He's been fucking on the sauce all afternoon.
And he got to meet I'm pretty sure he met Bernard Hopkins before, but I was laughing because Punch asked B-Hop a question, and B-Hop was like he was just, the way he answered, I was kind of like, what the hell? But Punch is doing great journalistic work, and that's really cool, man.
So what do you guys think? See this photo here. Doesn't Ryan just look like a kid, like a boy? He doesn't look like he's...
Looks like John Travolta.
He doesn't look like he's tough enough to take to handle that kind of opponent.
Oscar when he was in his prime.
Yeah, but even Oscar looked like a dude, like a man, like he was.
Look, dude,
this guy looks like a kid, man.
Even Tank said it. He's like, this is kind of like the Oscar and Mayweather fight.
It's like a man versus a boy to me.
Generation, you know what I mean? Yeah. But I still think,
but it's for no belts, like.
Yeah.
It's for nothing. It's a nothing fight.
But Carl, I'll tell you one thing. I really do believe in what they said, man. I think this is the fight that's gonna spark the boxing game and make everyone encourage everyone to fight each other. You know what I mean? Because if Golden Boy can end up working with Al Heyman and the PBC, then all these other fights.
Dude, they can all do that. That's always been. I don't buy that bullshit. If two motherfuckers want to fight, they can make it. It's not as hard as they make out.
You don't think, Mirage?
No, I don't believe that, bro. I never bought into that. Somebody doesn't want to fight for some reason. It's usually they don't want to take the risk, and then they make up this stuff. Oh, it's complicated. They're doing the deal. If motherfuckers want to smoke, dude, they'll make the fights, in my opinion.
Yeah.
To be fair with you, though, and this is me being real.
Here we go.
You know, when Max hears the truth, he don't like it because he's a real Ryan Garcia fan. But I want Ryan to win. But I'm with Mirage on this. Listen, Ryan Garcia is excited about this fight. I get it. But my thing is, if someone's going to be hurt and getting knocked out, Max, I feel that it's going to be Ryan. I don't know why. I feel later on in the fight, there's a point in there. Can he take the Tank Davis punches when he gets tired? My thing is he going to be able to take that storm? Because if he can, then Ryan shocks the world because Ryan might beat him then. But there's going to be a point in there that Ryan's going to be tested. And don't forget, they weight drained him, bro. They've already weight drained him, Max.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
That's a major deal. Imagine this, Max. Other fucking fighters are coming in 20 pounds over. And this guy's only able to come in 10 pounds over and 4 pounds less than his normal weight.
See, it's fucked that it's both. One or the other. Do one of them. Like, make him come 136, but let him, hydrate, whatever. But they did both. And I don't know why they agreed to that.
I think Ryan's going to get hurt.
I got Ryan winning by decision.
Put your money there.
I told you I'm putting $100 on FanDuel, so I don't know what you're talking about.
When did you last pick a fight correctly, by the way, Max?
Huh?
When did you last pick a fight correctly? I'm just curious.
Tszyu versus Lomachenko, Tszyu versus Andor.
You picked Tszyu to beat Lomachenko.
Yep.
Oh, I'll give you some props for that.
No.
I want Ryan to win.
You're not a completely clueless muppet after all. Wow. All right.
I tell you what though, Mirage, I'm not a fanboy. I predicted Canelo beating Bivol, and I was wrong on that one.
Yep.
You know. But yo, Punch, if you in the chat, man, and you can, man, join the panel. I got some questions. Well, I think
Tip. I never get a fight wrong, bruh. I never get it wrong.
Yeah. But
some fights, they're 50-50s. You're going to get it wrong. Then some are like when there's more clear, then you gotta get it right if it's obvious. I think the Benavidez plan is obvious, so I think you fucked up there.
I think a lot of people are like predicting that Benavidez is gonna win, but I don't know. There's something about Plant that look, Mirage. When the fight happens, though, when the fight is actually happening, I'm just gonna be rooting for a great fight.
All right, let's go. Okay, let's see who's the best genius call outs, and every foot fight comes true. All right, let's start with myself. Tszyu, Tony Harrison. All right, let's make it short. I got Tszyu. All right, what's the next fight after Tszyu and Tony Harrison? Look at the schedule, Mirage. And I'm gonna make everybody choose and everybody check this out. Go on.
Don't know, man.
What's the next fight after Tszyu? And
where do you look for that? I don't know.
Well, somebody tell me in the motherfucking chat, bro.
Isn't Zerto fighting? Is Zerto fighting this weekend?
What's the next
Who
fight after
fucking cares about
Tszyu
Zerto?
and Harrison?
Jake Paul versus KSI.
That's fucking long time to come.
Nah, it's the Planet Benavidez, right?
All right, let's go with Kalen Plant, David Benavidez. I got David Benavidez. Okay, let's go to after that Ryan Garcia Tank. I'm going Tank. Okay, let's go after that. Josh Taylor versus Teofimo.
No,
I'm going Josh Taylor.
You're too ahead.
I'm going Josh Taylor. Okay, watch. Now let's ask Max.
Fulton in a way.
Let's see who comes.
You forgot
Wait.
Fulton. You forgot Ryder and Canelo.
Okay, so let's go Ryder and Canelo.
Everybody forgot that.
Canelo. Who else?
Stephen Fulton and Inoue.
I'm going Inoue. All right, now watch. I've picked all the opponents for the next fights coming up. Who's going to win? Now let's listen to Max. Max, who's going to win out of Plant versus David Benavidez?
Plant.
Tim and Tony.
Okay, he's got Plant. Who's going to win out of Tim and Tony?
I got Tony.
Okay, he's got Tony. Who's going to win out of Ryan and Tank?
I got Ryan.
Okay, you got Ryan. And who's going to win out of what fight?
Inoue and Fulton?
Yeah.
Inoue.
Okay, so you heard of Max.
Canelo Ryder.
All right,
Canelo.
Carl, we go with you now. Tell me the
And then
opponent.
Tszyu versus Lopez versus Taylor. Tszyu all day, knockout.
Okay, so you heard all that, yeah? And you heard Rap Star's answers. So now we're going to see who comes the truth and whoever picked who to win, who's actually got it right. Go on, Carl.
I got Tim over Tony. I've got Tank over Ryan. I've got Benavidez over Plant. I've got Inoue over Fulton. And I've got Canelo over Ryder. And I've got Taylor over Teofimo. By devastating fucking knockout, coming in 10 pounds over and bashing the brains out of Teofimo.
All right, Mirage, you're up.
No, a couple of those fights, I'm not making a prediction yet. It's too early.
You're gonna wait. You're gonna wait to.
I want to wait. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna wait.
Okay.
What are you fucking waiting for?
I've Inouye's opponent. I barely seen him fight. I want to check out a fight. I want to see more of him. I'm not sure yet. Have you guys seen him fight much?
I've seen highlights and stuff.
He's a good fighter. He's
good.
I need to check it out. Yeah, I don't like getting on a bandwagon.
What's his fight against Figueroa?
Yeah, I want to check it out. Okay, I'll watch that fight.
He's a dog, man. He's a dog.
Do you guys think Donaire's gonna get the belt at for the WBC? You think he's gonna win that fight?
Okay, let's bet on that. I mean, not bet, but let's say that Donaire wins the WBC belt. Max, yes or no?
I mean, I'm gonna ride with Donaire. I'm gonna
Okay,
say
but
yes.
say yes or no.
Yes.
Okay, yo, Carl, Nonito Donaire wins the belt. I'm saying yes. You?
Yeah, I'm thinking shit, yeah.
And now let's see what Mirage says. Mirage?
Oh, I'll be backing Anita. I'll back him up. He's been cool.
But if Nonito
Nonito's
was
gonna be-
fighting Maloney, it'd be a lot closer, though. You would have to think about that one, right?
No, I got him beating Maloney, but I don't know about you guys.
No, I'd have Maloney.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'd have Maloney. I'd have Jason Maloney. He's a good boxer, man. I'm just
Maloney.
pissed off that Pro Bellum won't do. Top Rank won't deal with Pro Bellum, man. That's a bitch move.
Wow.
All over this fucking MTK Global shit.
Maloney beating Donaire. Interesting. I mean, it's gonna be a good fight if it happens. I'm just concerned for Nonito. You know, he's gonna be 41 by the time they fight, so that's pushing it. What about Virgil Ortiz and Stanionis? I forgot that one.
Oh, I got Virgil knocking that motherfucker out.
Yeah.
How could I forget Virgil and Stanionis, man? Fuck. That's the real fight at 147, guys.
When is that fight again? What's the date?
Is it April?
Isn't it like?
I'm not sure.
I thought it was put back to even June or something. Somebody was talking
Nah,
about.
it wasn't June. I don't think it was that far. Conchon, you know.
I don't think it's in April. By April 29th?
April 29th, we're saying in the chat.
Yep.
Wow, we got
Man.
fights from March, April, and June.
Yeah. But the problem is, I mean, what's going to happen after that? Is it just going to slow down and die out for the rest of the year? I mean, we're waiting to almost mid-year. We're waiting almost to mid-year to get to the smoke this year.
What the fuck's Fury doing? Why won't Fury sign a 60-40 deal with Usyk?
Yeah, he's a fucking because it's a winner take all 60. It's the winner gets the 60.
Yeah, like I still favour Tyson in the fight, man, but I'm just.
That guy's ego. That guy's ego is out of control. Fuck
but
that
you
shit.
guys don't really know exactly what's going on behind the scenes.
Oh, well, tell us if you.
We know he hasn't signed. That's what we know.
You know what I mean?
Go ahead, tell us, because you know.
And say what you guys want, but it doesn't matter because we know that the business has to be correct. So if he's the man who should be getting 60-40 if it's in England or wherever the situation is, his numbers must be 10 times bigger than Usyk's.
But
why
based
is
on
Tank
all the
Davis,
belts, basically.
why is
Based
Tank
on
Davis
what?
doing what he's doing? He's the A side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but what makes Tyson Fury the A side? Is he because he's a ticket seller?
The biggest ticket seller in England. The most biggest seller in England. He sold Dillian White by himself.
Yeah.
94,000 people. His record's
that's
big out
crazy.
there.
And I
His
thought
record's
Aussies
on
were hard
another
up
level, bro.
I thought Aussies were hard up for shit fights.
But look, let me just say this. At this point, the fight that really needs to happen now is Usyk and Fury. All right?
Yeah.
That will give us the 2023 will be strong. Haney versus Lomachenko. Haney versus Lomachenko's got to be signed and sealed. All right?
I think that's done. I'm pretty sure.
Well,
that's
you already
supposed
know
to be
that
done.
Bill Haney came here, and the Haneys came here, and they already told Rapstar that the fight is done virtually. We're waiting for a venue. So,
yeah,
they already told
yeah.
me.
Well, you know, Lomachenko's the easiest motherfucker to do a contract with. He couldn't care if he'd fight for a Coke can and a Mars bar. He doesn't give a fuck. He wants his belts back. That's all he gives a fuck about. So he's easy to deal with. And Devon is too. Devon's fucking been very easy to deal with Cambosis.
Yeah, I mean, I think Loma wins that fight easily, though.
Okay, even that fight, Max. So I've got all Max's opponents that he's got winning these fights in 2023. We'll look at it when the fights are finished.
Yeah, Mirage played it safe, and he said, "Oh, he's gonna wait."
Mirage is just a casual.
Yeah. Why Punches ain't joined the panel, man? I wanted to hear what he had to say, man.
Yeah, Punch is hanging out with Ryan Garcia's pops.
They're on the
You know what
tequila.
I mean? No, but what do you guys really take from the press conference today? Yo, 50 people in the building. Let's get some likes in the house for Rap Star Boxing, giving you the boxing content all over the world. We got the Aussies over here. We got the fucking boys from New York. We got Mirage, who's the alien. We don't know where he comes from, really. And, you know, support the motherfucking channel, people. Smash that like button.
Hit the like, you cunts.
You know what I mean? Jab that like. Fucking wank on the like. Do something. Fucking smash
Belt
that
off
like
all over
button.
the like button, you cunts.
Headbutt that like button, you cunts. You know what I mean? You fucking tossers. You're just a big bunch of dossers.
Fucking wankers.
Fucking dossers. Come on, man. Jab that like, you dossers.
Is a
You
dosser a
fucking
wanker?
dossers, man.
Is a dosser a wanker? Right?
It's similar. You know, a dosser's a fucker who's a lazy cunt who don't want to work. He's a bum. He's a fucking bum. A dosser's a bum. You know what I mean?
Yeah, righto.
You know, I better get monetized. I'm telling you now, people want to send super chats and have fun over here. I better start getting monetized, Carl.
Yeah, well, you're getting good guys on the good guests on the panel, especially the Aussies, mate.
Well, I got you on the panel, ain't I?
Yeah.
You wanker.
Fucking everyone wants to hear this fuckwit's
Yeah,
voice
everybody
and his
wants
opinion.
to hear your duck stories for fucking what's his name?
Maloney.
Maloney. No, he didn't duck. It's the business, Cole. I've got some insight on it. It's the business.
Yeah,
It's
no,
the
I
business.
know, but it's
He
just
didn't
it
duck.
But
just
wait, hold on. But the Donaires look at it like he ducked him.
They know the business.
Okay.
Yeah, it's bullshit. It's a business, but why the fuck Top Rank wouldn't do the deal with Pro Bellum's beyond me.
There's a lot of few things here and there going on. It's the business. All right.
Was it
That's
because
why.
Pro Bellum doesn't have a TV deal? That's what I heard.
Right. But let's go there. Now, the man with the pink and the purple jacket and the man who looks like fucking Grease Lightning. Ryan Garcia, Tank Davis. At this point, Ryan Garcia, Tank Davis is probably the most exciting fight signed and sealed for 2023. You agree?
Yeah.
No.
No? Who's more
No
exciting?
way. Benavidez and Plant. Virgil Ortiz and Stanionis.
Hey, Carl makes a point. Let me ask the chat. What's the most exciting fight already that you want to watch? Tank versus Ryan, Stanionis versus Virgil, or Benavidez versus Plant? Which one is the one? If you had to lose two and choose one, which one would you keep? Which one would you keep? Plant, Benavidez, Garcia Tank, or what's his name?
Ortiz.
Virgil Ortiz and Stanionis. Maloney and Fury moved. I don't know what he's on about. He's somewhere else. Tank versus Ryan. They want to keep Tank versus Ryan. Right now, it's Plant versus Benavidez is the biggest. Tank versus Ryan. Virgil. No, just choose one, Ryder. Tank versus Ryan, yeah? Plant versus Benavidez. Okay, it's 50-50. Tip Bayless, you're just ducking the smoke, bro. Stop the bullshit out here. There ain't no smoke in the chat because you're ducking the smoke. You fucker. I got David versus Plant. Tank versus... Oh, it's 50-50, Carl. It's 50-50, son. It's all about Benavidez versus Plant and Tank versus Ryan.
I've seen a Fulton anyway, too. That's another great fight that I put above Tank and Ryan.
Fulton versus the Monster is the biggest.
Yep. I think that's a massive fight. I think
Fulton
that's
versus the Monster is big.
That's what first ballot Hall of Famers do.
Hey, listen, Fulton versus the Monster is a big fight. They're not known, nothing like Ryan versus Tank. They're not known like that. But they're a bigger fight. On paper, they got bigger fucking... It's a much bigger fight, Carl.
A lot more to lose, bro.
Lot more.
A lot more than your Twitter war.
Yeah, this is a major fight. This is on paper for legacy. The fight with Ryan and Tank is money fight and exciting fight. This is legacy fight, bro. Real legacy here. I think people are underplaying this fight, bro. They don't understand because these fighters are not known globally
Just
around
the
the
way
world.
Monster's moved for this fight, man, is fucking sensational.
This is the biggest fight, bro.
And just to take the unified champ at 122, go, yeah, I want him. I don't need an acclamation fight. My name's not TFV, my logo.
Yeah, how do people gonna hate on him now?
You can't. How can you hate on him in the first place? He cleaned out 118.
Well, some of the Americans were coming on my channel saying, well, he ain't fought the top American. Well, now he's fighting the top American at the higher weight class and calling him out.
And it's a done deal.
Talk to them, Carl. Talk to them.
Fighting the unified champ at 122. Stephen Fulton, man, there's no bigger card at 122, in my opinion. I think if he wins this fight, man, I just want to know where fucking the monster's ceiling is. Is it at 122? Does he move up and take Figueroa? And I don't know. Where's it? What's his ceiling? Because the way the guy moves, man, he's moving like a monster. He's living up to his fucking name. He's a hell of a fighter, man. He's exciting to watch. He can cut off the ring. He can do everything that other fighters can't do. He's got a great ring IQ. He beats people down. I mean, look at what he did to Nonito in that second fight, bro. He fucking fucked him up. And, Nonito's the only one that's given, anyway, any sort of issues. I don't know. I think this is I missed this fight. I think this fight's bigger than Plant and Benavidez. I think this fight is the fucking fight of the year thus far. Can his power convert to 122? Or has he met his match? We're going to find out.
Yeah, he's been bullying everyone.
Oh.
And I'm gonna say this. The Australians, the British, the Americans, the Filipinos, the Chinese, anybody who's come near him, he's demolished them. Apart from the Inoue fight, the Nonito's first fight, the second one, he beat him up. So he's beaten up everyone in all kinds, and everybody has to respect him, bro. You got to respect what the man's about. The man wants to smoke, Cole. The man don't want no easy fights. He wants that fade. And he wants it. He wants it with the biggest and the best that they got to offer. Put some respect on Inoue. Put some respect on the monster.
Facts. He's the fucking man. He's moving like an old school boxer, bro. He's moving like our old school boxers move. He don't need no tune-up. Fucking in the 1980s and 70s, do you think they would have known what a fucking tune-up fight meant? No, motherfucker. That's a term that's just been fucking coined lately. Fucking tune-up fight. What a load of bullshit. Acclamation fight. Fuck off. Just move up and just say, I want you, cunt. Let's fight.
Just for this fight to happen, it's big.
Yeah. It's a purist, like any pure boxing fan that loves boxing, loves this fight. It's intriguing. The Plant Benavidez fight's intriguing. The Virgil Stanionis fight is intriguing. The Tank Davis and Ryan doesn't fucking interest me. Like, none of them have anyone on their fucking resumes. None of them. None of them. It's a Twitter champion. To me, it means nothing. The fight means zero. I'll watch the fight because someone's going to lose their oath. And apparently in America, that's a fucking big thing.
Let me ask you this. Is the winner of this the top pound for pound?
100%. He's on top of my list. Fucking oath. If anyone can do this at 122, man, you gotta have him. You gotta have him. Well, him and Usyk would have to be the top, just for what they've done in their respective divisions.
No, you gotta respect it. You gotta respect what the Japanese guy's doing, bro. You gotta respect him.
And I mean, Steven's getting a hell of a payday. This will be his biggest payday to date.
Yep. You get big money to fight this guy.
And it's in his hometown. It's in Inoue's hometown. So there's a little bit more on the line. But I bet there's no hydration clause.
No.
It's just you come at your best and I'll come at my best. Or bring back same day weigh-ins. Fuck the hydration clauses.
Ted Bayless is saying, what currency does Australia take?
We take all dollars. We take Bitcoin. We take everything.
All right. Well, Carl, stay with me because I want to finish the rest of the press conference. Let's finish it off, yeah? We're
All right.
Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia, press conference, review. Well, and this is the last part of the press conference. So let's finish it off with what they said.
Tank, I'll start with you. We talked about how big this fight is, mega fight, super fight. Come to the podium. By the way, congratulations, because he's one of the newest members.
This fight would not be happening. So we got to give Ryan all the credit because he forced his promoters to make this fight. And that's why we're very, very excited because come April 22nd, it's going to be nothing but fireworks. And again, Tank Davis is going to go out there and show you why he's one of the best fighters in the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Leonard. All right, let's meet the teams. Come to the podium. By the way, congratulations, because he's one of the newest members of the International Boxing Hall of Fame. One of the best trainers around, Mr. Joe Goosen.
All right, I hope this mic doesn't act up on me. It's been acting up on everybody else tonight. How you doing, Tank? Good to see you. And your team, of course. What a great what's that? I'm sorry. What a great event this is going to be. I mean, it's already today is this is when things become real when you get the two fighters together and we have these press conferences and we've been training like Tank's been training, I'm sure, all along. But I think after this press conference, you get a renewed invigoration for what we're doing here because we know it's going to be a tough fight. You're a great fighter. You've already proved that. Ryan's a great fighter. I love working with him. And I just know you guys are going to put on a great show. I'm not going to say a lot more about it because, everyone else has talked about these two men. And they're going to go down in history. They're going to make history on the 22nd. This is an incredible pairing of two guys at this level. You don't see it too often. And the fans that you don't want to miss that on this one. Like I say, there's certain pay-per-view shows that I pay-per-view. This would be one that I would not miss. I would plunk down the money for it because it's going to be that exciting and that good. You've got two of the greatest fighters of this era right now sitting at this dais. And I can't wait to be a part of it. I already am, but I can't wait for that night. So good luck to both of you guys. And I wish you all the best. All right.
You do it afterwards.
What's that?
Joe's been on TV before. That's explained. Very sharp.
All right. Joe Goosen, everybody. I'm looking forward to seeing what you're going to wear fight night because I know you're coming with some stuff. All right. Come to the podium now. The pride of Baltimore. Of course, he runs that Upton gym there, the west side of Baltimore. He is the trainer of Gervonta Tank Davis, Mr. Calvin Ford.
Oh man, here we go again, y'all. Ron, I want to thank you, man. I see you brought out the weapons, Joe. I can't wait to see what you're going to wait too. I showed my little youngins, and I like, yo, best wrestler coach since the century. Y'all don't know how important this fight is, y'all. This Generation X, they bringing boxing back. Y'all got to feel this energy. Two great fighters, man. All the best companies. Y'all made it happen, man. Ron, for years, I sit back, I don't watch the fights. I sit back and watch all the interviews that you did with Tank. You kept talking, but you understood that you had to do what you had to do to become the man that you are today. Look at this. We. This fight ain't about us. It's about the next generation of boxers to come. To see two great young fighters undefeated, ready to do their thing. And I can't wait till that night to be on this level, boy, because guess what? After this fight, who gonna be sitting on that throne? Y'all get it? Passing of the torch. You got Golden Boy, GTD, better known as Mayweather's. You know what I'm saying? We got love here, man. We got love. Y'all don't understand. We've been waiting for something like this for years. This is the fight that's going to cost the other fighters the fight. To show y'all how it's done. And y'all jokers put it together. Man, y'all got me trembling. I can't wait for that night. Going against a great coach. That was smart. Going to get an old school coach. Got my man Bernard there. God, dang, Tank, remember Bernard? When I first came home, I wanted to get in the ring with you. And I sit there and say, man, I can do it. You understand? You inspire me to be who I am as far as this boxer, man. You got to put that work in. Ron, we want that what you call it right there, little Elvis curl. We want that. But hey, y'all got to embrace this energy right here. Because my man, you the king, but he's the savage of this thing. Y'all gonna get a great fight that night. Y'all ain't seen nothing. The best is come, man. I can't wait. Joe, thank you, man.
Thank you, guys.
Against the mind.
Really appreciate it.
Against the minds right here. We ready, ain't we, youngin? We ready? Let's do it. Thank you.
He's right. Got two of the best fighters in the sport of boxing, two of the best cornermen in this. It's going to be a hell of a night, April 22nd. Sweet fighters. Coming to the podium. Man, we already talked about this guy. He's just exciting. He explodes off the screen when you see him in the ring. Unbeaten, 23-0, 19 knockouts. King Ryan himself. Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Garcia.
Thank you guys for coming today. Sorry for the wait, but we're here now. Thank you. I want to thank Golden Boy Promotions, obviously GTD Promotions, Showtime, DAZN. We really came together and really conquered the poison that's been stopping boxing from having the biggest fights. It wasn't easy, but we found a way. This has been a fight that I've wanted for a very long time, and because for me, to be a champion, you have to beat the best. It's not about the titles. It's not about, like I said, the titles. It's about who you beat. And for me, it's a testimony to the respect I got for him as a fighter. To me, I believe he's one of the best, and I've had that type of mentality since I was a young kid. Growing up in the amateurs I never thought about the weight class. Only thought about who was in it, because I want to be the best. And during this whole journey, I definitely put boxing first and the fans first, because I had to accept a lot of stipulations. They know it, going down on weight, rehydration clause. I don't want to bring up too much, but those are the little things that I said to myself, you know what? If I put myself first, I should say no. But my heart don't let me. I got the character of a champion, and my power comes from within and from above. No matter what weight I'm down to, no matter what I have to do, my strength comes from here. I don't look like I hit hard, but I do hit hard. The punches, they just come quick, but when they hit you, you're just down. So I want to also, almost forgot, I want to thank Jesus Christ. Thank you so much. Glorious moment, I want to give it to Jesus. Thank you. Above all, April 22nd, this is the time where the words don't matter no more. The truth will come out. We're all about the truth. He's a great fighter. I'm a great fighter. We settle in the ring. Whoever wins holds the crown. Let's get it. Woo.
Love it. Coming to the podium now. Another unbeaten. 28-0, 26 knockouts. He's embracing, guess because we're in New York City, his Joe Namath look. I like it. He calls himself the one. He's Gervonta Tank Davis.
Man, we back at it. This time we got another dance partner. You know what I mean? Coming up, I watch Floyd and, you know what I mean, Oscar. Also, Bernard Hopkins, you know what I mean, and Joe Goosen and things like that. And I know that, you know what I mean, it's gonna be tough. You know what I mean? This fight gonna be tough. I feel as though that, you know what I mean, this is what we came to do. You know what I mean? I've been boxing since I was 7 years old. I fought a lot coming up. So I'm just happy to be a part of this moment, sharing the ring with a young fighter like Ryan Garcia, that's willing to dare himself to be great. He talked his way into this fight, and April the 22nd, he's gonna have to be able to show it. You know what I mean? I'm coming from, you know what I mean, where I come from, Baltimore City, the inner city. A lot of people don't make it from there. So, again, I'm just happy to be a part of this fight. You know what I mean? This event. I want to thank Showtime, Al Heyman, Golden Boy, Ryan, Joe Goosen. You know what I mean? And I want to thank, you know what I mean, God, you know what I mean, my personal team and things like that, because I couldn't have did this by myself. You know what I mean? I had a great team, a great personal team and things like that, as far as like my personal team, my coaches, my support system, and kept me up. You know what I mean? I've been, again, keeping my head down and stay grinding in and out the gym. You know what I mean? We had a lot of people that talked down on us and things like that, but we stay focused and keep our head down a little bit and continue to grind. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, that's what really matters. You know what I mean? So April the 22nd, Brian and Gervonta, big event. Make sure y'all buy the pay-per-view. If y'all can't buy the pay-per-view, make sure y'all show up. You know what I mean? So thank y'all for having me, and see y'all April the 22nd.
All right, fellas, let's talk about this fight. That's what everybody came here to see. They see you guys, and they want to hear what you have to think about this fight. Tank, I'll start with you. We talked about how big this fight is, mega fight, super fight. Why don't you tell the people, in your opinion, why is this fight with you and Ryan so important to the sport?
I think it's important because both of us young. You know what I mean? I'm a little older than Ryan, but you know what I mean? I think that both of us at our peak. You know what I mean? A lot of young fighters don't fight each other, and I feel as though this is a stepping stone for, you know, the other younger fighters to get in the ring with each other. So I feel as though that, you know what I mean, we both made our name coming up. You know what I mean? The time is now. You know what I mean? Like I said before, he a great fighter. I'm a great fighter, and we put it all on the line. April the 22nd.
Ryan, same question. Why is this fight so important to the sport?
I mean, if you look at boxing in the position it is right now, it's been hard to get prime fighters together, right? It's usually too late, or you know, somebody's way past their prime. So this is a moment that I think boxing has been longing for a while. And it really is going to test where boxing's at, because you really can't make a bigger fight than this. So we're really going to see, where boxing's at. They want to say boxing is dead. Well, we're about to see it, right? And I feel like this is the moment for both of us. This is a defining moment in our careers. This is legacy, right? And I think boxing has been longing for this. We finally got it, right? Two prime fighters together, going at it. And this is the moment for both of us. Do we want it? Do we want the crown or not? That's really what it's about.
Tank, past couple of fights, you've talked about quieting the doubters and how some have criticized you for your choice of opponents, that you have been protected for all these years. Does all of that go away on April 22nd?
Hopefully, but they always find something else to say. So, I mean, like I said, all I got to do is keep my head down and continue to grind, beat whoever they put in front of me. And that's starting with Ryan Garcia.
Ryan, everyone I think in the sport knows how talented you are as a fighter. But I think there's some who criticize you only for the social media following that you have and maybe don't take you as serious. Does all that come to an end on April 22nd?
For sure, I believe so. Obviously, Tank has the image of a devastating puncher, dangerous, and to me, he's a great fighter. So within myself, I would know for sure what type of fighter I am. You understand? I've been doing this since I was, like himself, 7 years old, over 200 amateur fights. So this is what I've always wanted. This is it. Pay-per-view. This is all, everybody's here. So for me, I think it's destroying the image of, judging a book by its cover. It's easy. I'm an easy person to target when it comes to, he's not serious, he's doing TikToks, whatever. But I wouldn't be here if that was true. If that was my main focus, I wouldn't be on this stage. It's quite clear. So this is the fight right here. Whoever wins, all that goes away.
Tank fought Hector Garcia in January because he said, I want to stay busy. I want to make sure that going into the Ryan Garcia fight, I'm ready. You chose not to take a fight in the interim. Tell us why.
I just felt the struggles of making this fight and the things that had to be done, how long it was dragging out. I just didn't want to put that risk. And not for the loss, but you could hurt your hand, headbutts, a lot of different issues that could occur in a fight. So I chose not to secure this fight and make sure that it's guaranteed. I didn't wait that long just to mess it up at the finish line. So I made sure we got to the finish line. That's why I chose not to get a tune-up.
Tank, I want to talk to you about the fight. In the past, you've been known for taking your time when you fight a guy, see what he's going to bring, and then you get these late round stoppages. Does that change on April 22nd, considering now you're fighting a young guy who's got some powerful hands and usually brings it at the beginning of the fight?
It depends on what he bring that night. If he coming like fast or he's coming slow, then I might take. I always want to take my time. You know what I mean? But it all depends on Ryan Garcia, what he bring come April the 22nd.
Ryan, along those lines, you told the media, quote, I'm knocking Tank Davis out in 2 rounds. If he's a tank, I'm an RPG. Tell us why this is going to be an early stoppage, April 22nd.
You made that sound corny, man. Like, yeah.
Should I try it again?
No, you're good. You're good. That was me. I said that, right?
Yeah.
When I say things like second round, you asked for a prediction, I gave you one. To me, I'm gonna be ready for 12. You understand? And you have to respect the fighter going in you can't just jump in and try to get a knockout. I mean, it's quite clear. You know, anybody with a strategic mind would think that. So for me, it might be more of a thinking fight than people may believe. With different opponents, you got to approach it different ways. When he's in front of you and you see what he's attempting, it might not make you take that shot, or you might have to make adjustments on the way. There's a lot of little intricate in fights that cause you to make adjustments. So I don't know how I'm gonna come out. Like I said, it's a
They
dance.
say he was talking out the ass. That's what he was doing. He was talking out the ass.
Hey, someone got to promote it. I was here on time, right?
That's cool. You supposed to be like that.
What do you mean?
You supposed to be like that.
I don't understand. What do you mean by that? I'm supposed to be like that. Yeah. I'm professional. I am.
That's cool.
So Tank, he's wanted this fight a long time. There's an old adage: be careful what you ask for. What is he getting April 22nd?
Say it again. I'm sorry.
There's an old adage, you got to be careful what you ask for when you want something. So what is Ryan Garcia getting on April 22nd?
Ass whooping. That's what he getting.
We'll wrap it up with this. Ryan, for that sold-out arena and those thousands of people who are going to pay hard-earned money, those people who are going to pay their hard-earned money for Showtime pay-per-view, what can you guarantee they're going to get on April 22nd when you step into the ring with Gervonta Davis?
I'll guarantee you a classic. It's going to be a classic fight. I'll guarantee that. You're going to remember this for a long time. That's it.
Tank Davis, same question. For those folks who are going to pay their hard-earned money, come out to Las Vegas or order the fight on Showtime pay-per-view, what can you guarantee they're going to get when you face Ryan Garcia?
Explosive fight. Two young guys that's hungry. You know what I mean? It's just who won them more. Who built like that, that's who gonna win. Mm-hmm. That's who gonna really win. Nobody can fight for him. Nobody can fight for me. It's about who really won it, who really got that dog in them.
Yo. Rap star back in the house, man. So, you heard it there. That was the press conference. Tank Davis is there, acting cool with his purple jacket. You know what I mean? With his green purse. And you got Ryan Garcia.
His girlfriend's earrings.
Ryan Garcia coming over there like grease lightning, like John Travolta. And I'll tell you what, we got to fight, Cole. We got to fight. What'd you take from the press conference, Cole?
Oh, a whole lot of fucking bullshit. A whole lot of shit talk that means fucking nothing at the end of the day. One of the biggest fights in boxing history. I find that bullshit. Both of these guys don't have fucking anyone on their resume. I don't get how this is the biggest fight in fucking boxing history. It doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, the two guys that are finally making the fight. The only reason the fight's being made is because Ryan took all the bullshit clauses that they throw upon him. And Al Heyman's right. Without Ryan Garcia, the fight wouldn't have been made. I bet they were surprised as shit when he took the deal. I mean, I still got Tank winning, but I got Tank winning even more now. But I just think I don't like those hydration clauses, bro. I think they're fucked. And hearing Ryan say it come out of his own mouth, it makes you fucking wonder. Is Tank second guessing himself? Or is it just the PBC protecting their investment? I don't know. It's definitely not. I just got a whole lot of bullshit and waffle out of that.
Well, we got the next press conference coming soon. All right, so don't forget that one. I think they're going to get spicy on this one, Cole.
Yeah.
I think they saved the energy for today to insult.
Yeah, right. Yeah, well, they want to do something because that's fucking kissing each other's ass and kissing each other's corners ass doesn't sell tickets. Tell them how much of a cunt they are.
Hey, listen, let's see the press conference today, and hopefully they spice it up. Maybe, make it a bit more heated. But, at the end of the day, at least we got a fight. Somebody's has to go, and
That's
Tank
all it is
Davis,
at the end of the day.
yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah, we got your friend on here, Mr. Punch Drunk Boxing, who's there with Ryan Garcia right now. What's going on, Punch?
Rapstar Boxing Knowledge. What's good, bro?
Man, just chilling, brother. Just been talking about this. Was coming to the end. People were waiting to hear from you earlier. But, what's going on? Talk to me. You were there. What's going on? What did you take from the press conference?
In terms of like the like in general, what?
Yeah, how big was it? You've been to many press conferences. How big was it?
I mean, I think it was a good press conference, and like a lot of media was there. Of course, it was not open to the public. But there was a lot of Ryan Garcia fans waiting outside. Like they was like all over his van and shit like that. That's when that's right there. I saw, and that's in New York City in Times Square. So you saw right there who really is more recognizable, and Ryan was more recognizable than Tank, like just by the fan base that was waiting for him outside. But in the press conference, I think both of these guys did probably a disservice. Not sure why. I think they held back. I think Tank Davis probably is. I think that's the way he is normally. I thought Ryan Garcia was gonna be more like trying to sell the fight. I mean, this fight sells by itself, but I think it could have been more explosive. I think that Oscar De La Hoya could have sold this. Everybody was very cordial. Everybody was so respectable.
They fucking waited too long. They were fucking pissed off.
Yeah. There was a lot of people
Davis made people wait 4 hours, bro.
Yeah, everybody was pissed off, man. Everybody was pissed off. And I think that right there took the steam out of everybody. To be honest, I think that. Like in the beginning, you could see that people was excited, then people didn't know it was gonna go. Oh, it's gonna go on 10 minutes. Then 10-minute pass. People started going outside, getting their little sandwich or whatever, stuff like that. But yeah, I think he took a lot of the energy out of the people that was already ready for the press conference. Like, yes, let's go. And I think that's what you saw. I saw a lot of tired people.
It killed some of the buzz.
I think it killed all the buzz. In terms of like from both sides, you know what I'm saying? I think it killed the buzz for Oscar De La Hoya. Like I could see he was mingling with Steven Espinoza before everything when started. But I think they was waiting. They waited so long.
Well, it happened anyway. But
I thought it was a good idea though, because if it would have started at 12:30, that would have been 9:30 for West Coast. They normally don't do press conferences like that in the morning. They usually do the weigh-in, but not the press conference in the East Coast like that.
But anyway, it was a big press conference. People were there. All kinds of media were there. At the end of the day, it's a big fight with no belts. What do you take from Ryan Garcia's speech saying that he can't rehydrate more than 10 pounds?
I was actually surprised because you already know that he's coming back down to so-called lightweight on a catch weight 136, and then you put him on a rematch clause. I think that we've been saying this for a while. I mean, they're looking for every advantage. They're trying to win the fight before getting in the ring. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I know other A side have done it before. You know, Manny Pacquiao has had not the rehydration clause, but he have a lot of catch weights. You have Canelo Alvarez. He did that to Daniel Jacobs as well. So to criticize Gervonta Tank Davis, I don't think a lot of people are going to keep the same energy because they can't keep the same energy because probably their favorite fighter did the same thing.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather, what was it? Canelo Alvarez, 155 pounds.
What do you say to people who say that's a pussy move?
I don't know if it's a pussy move, but I think that that you just want advantages. You know what I'm saying? Just like the A side. If he's the A side, right, he's gonna have his advantages just like every other A side has had it in the past. You know what I'm saying? I think that is just a boxing thing, but I don't like how it looks because it tells me, you know, that these guys really, that Ryan Garcia is a real threat. I don't think they do that to anybody else, but with Ryan Garcia, the biggest fight, you know what I'm saying? You want catch weight, rehydration clause. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I think they're threatened by Ryan
Rematch
Garcia.
clause.
I think they're threatened by Ryan Garcia more than they let out to be.
Right. So they got a lot more respect what they're laying out to be for him.
Yeah, I think they respect and threatened by Ryan Garcia.
What do you think about that, Carl?
Yeah, I think it's a bitch move. I think they're trying to put that many stipulations on the guy that he says no to the fight. But shout out to Ryan for taking the fight. And Al Ayman's dead right. Without fucking Ryan signing that deal, they had no fight.
But he signed the deal. Ryan
Yeah, that's
Garcia
what
should be saying that because he had all that time to negotiate, and this is what he signed to do.
Yeah, so clearly they don't have
You know
really
what I mean?
good
He
bargaining.
signed for that shit, bro.
They don't have really good bargaining power at the end of the day, Golden Boy. Because
And
they're
that's
getting
what Oscar
fucked.
De La Hoya for doing the negotiations, bro.
Yeah.
Maybe Oscar De La Hoya wasn't happy with them negotiation. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't think that side was happy with negotiate. That's why they was giving a lot of credit to the fighters. But in all that or actuality, if you, I think the credit really goes to Ryan because he was the one that was chasing Gervonta Tank Davis. He's been calling for this fight. He's the one that's been fighting his own promotional company to get this fight. So
But
and
let's be honest, Punch. He said people are saying Haney's and Shakur's wouldn't have took that fight with those stipulations. And Haney comes in 24 pounds above weight in the next day.
A lot of fighters do.
He can't do that kind of shit, bro.
yeah, man, that's for what was it? What got it? 146. Look, if Gervonta Tank Davis had an IBF title, he still was going to do that because the IBF already has that in their contract and their rules. You know, so it's not like just like a A side thing. It's also if you was an IBF champion, you got to go through that.
Yeah, and who's the rematch clause for Tank?
Yeah, and then the rematch clause. So they got all the advantages. But
So if there's a stipulation on Ryan Garcia's weight, is there a stipulation on Tank's weight coming in?
I don't know.
Is Tank Davis allowed to come in as King Kong and Ryan can only come in very, very limited?
Not sure.
See, that's something I like to know.
Not sure. I mean, they didn't say it. They didn't say it. And that's Tank's job to say, well, I have the same. I have the same clause as well.
But he didn't say that.
Yeah.
So he got one rule, and Ryan's got another rule. So what? Ryan's coming in while Tank can come and do what he wants, eat what he wants, and still come in much bigger, and Ryan can't.
I would have seen if Gervonta Tank Davis is going to pick the gloves as well.
Can you ask that question? I know you can't. You're not going to the next press conference.
Nah.
Man, I should have asked you to ask that question, bro. I'll find out tomorrow. Yeah, what do you think about Ryan said a man like Sean Givens told me that I was going to fight Manny Pacquiao?
But that's accurate. You know, a lot of people really didn't want to believe it, but even Sean Gibbons said though that was that they were trying to negotiate that fight. So it wasn't fake. It was actually real. Sean Gibbons was the one that was posting everything up anyway. He was the one that was posting everything up when they was trying to negotiate whatever it was, an exhibition or a real fight.
Anyway, Ryan Garcia gave you some props quickly, didn't he?
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying?
That was nice.
That's what's up. That's what's up. You know, I get the trolls to hate, but the world class fighters to show support. You feel me? So it's good.
Yeah, it was good. Did you get to speak to any, apart from you spoke to Calvin, you not spoke to Tank, did you?
Yeah, I got an interview with Calvin. I'll probably put it tomorrow. I got an interview with Steven Espinoza. I'll put it tomorrow.
No Tank?
No Tank. Just the everything. I don't think nobody got a one-on-one with Tank.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think nobody got a one-on-one with Tank, no Ryan Garcia.
What do you think about people saying Tank holding a girl's fucking green bag, wearing girls' earrings?
Who dressed Tank fucking? Who dressed Tank today? Punch.
Yeah, who does
Yo,
his?
I don't know. I think that's what people have been talking about. I think people have been talking about his purse more than the back and forth press conference lately. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe he was taking his time, like you know how women take their time, and maybe that's why he was late. You know, got the nice little pearl earrings, got him swinging around, got the little pink fur. You know, the coat,
What
the
the
jacket
fuck
is
is he
alright.
doing, bro? He's a man from Baltimore. What the
Nah,
fuck?
you know what happened? The baby shit on all his clothes, so he had to take his business clothes.
Money takes people's fucking brains to another level, bro. Makes them fucking weird as fuck.
Tank sounds sedated when he talks. I don't know. He just
Tank didn't sound very punch. Tank's slow when he talks.
Yeah.
He got CTS. Tank Davis has got signs of
CTE, you mean?
CTE, sorry.
yeah, it sounds like it, doesn't it?
Signs of that shit, bro.
Nah, but he cool. You know, I think that these guys. I don't think that like if you look at the press conference and you see Tank listening to Ryan and you see Ryan like throw him like a little jab here back and like they smile, they smirk at each other. There's really no animosity, I believe. So I think I think that Tank actually do respect Ryan Garcia because he actually been chasing him and stuff like that, and he'll do anything just to fight him. So I think that he earned Ryan respect or vice versa.
Well, he'd want to respect him because he put enough stipulations on the poor bastard.
Yeah. But maybe this is also his investors. You know what I'm saying? It's probably his team.
Oh, that's what I was saying. It's a business move. It's 100% a business move.
Yeah, I don't know if it's Tank saying, "Yo, don't make him come up like that." I don't really think that Tank is the one. I think it's the business handlers that you know they got to protect their investment. And since they believe that, you know what I'm saying, that Tank Davis is the superstar, is the superstar in American boxing, is sells out arenas, you got to protect your investment. You got to protect your business. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep that money flowing.
That's what I said earlier, Punch, that they're protecting their investment, which is a smart business move. Smart business.
At the end of the day, it's business, right? At the end of the day,
exactly.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Some businesses lay off people or cut people's hours. You know, it's going to be detrimental to their lives. But for the owners, he's just protecting his investment, his money, and stuff like that. You know, that's just business.
Yeah, man. But yo, you had a good day there. You met a lot of people, and you chopped it up with some people, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I chopped it up with Steven Espinoza, Ryan, Lisa, his mom. We was talking about when she cursed me out the first time. Henry Garcia, a couple of guys that do Broadway Joel. Shout out to Broadway Joel. Ellie Setback. Shout out to Ellie Setback. Shout out to Corner Boxing. AB. Who else? Yeah, it was good. It was good. It was
Anyway,
good.
you had a good time. You had a good
Yeah,
time.
it was cool. It was cool. It was cool.
That's good. So it's a big event. It's a huge event, bro.
It was cool. I think Bernard Hopkins was the energy of the of of that day of today.
Yeah.
I think you take out Bernard Hopkins out this press conference. Shit, this should be really a snoozer.
hmm Yeah, Bernard Hopkins is saying, what does he say? I'm going to be an instigator.
Yeah, man. And Oscar De La Hoya need to stop injecting whatever he's injecting in his face. He need to quit that right now, man.
He's injecting in his face.
I don't know, but it looked like that. Like he need to quit that, man.
Wow. That's not good.
Yeah, that Barbie doll is trying to make him look feel young. If you want a young man, just get a young man.
Yeah. So what about did you not see any other fighters there?
I seen a couple of fighters, but I wasn't even paying attention to them. I forgot who I seen. A couple of young fighters from forgot their names.
Yeah. But it's mainly media anyway.
Yeah. It was media and stuff like that. It's work, you know what I'm saying? It's work. So you're trying to be in position to get whatever clips and interviews that you can. So, if you get one interview, you're gonna lose another potential. So, but in the end of the day, it's all good, you know.
See your friend Leonard Ellaby.
Yeah. Leonard Ellaby was standing. He was.
What do you
You
think he
gonna
is
see
with
when
that beard?
I'm interviewing Calvin Ford. He's standing right next to him.
Yeah. So
See,
what's he
that's what
got
I'm.
this?
But Rapstar, see, that's why I'm different from other people. See, I could talk my shit and still be right there. I'm gonna show my face. Now, either you gonna say something to me or not. These motherfuckers like to be on avatars and talk shit about fighters and everybody else because they're not gonna see these people.
Yeah, what the fuck's a Leonard Ellaby wearing that beard now? He got a fucking beard.
Hey man, he always had that beard. He was just painting his beard. That's all. he always had he always had gray hair.
Man, it would have been nice to see Floyd Mayweather there as well, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that Floyd Mayweather probably is looked at that press conference and be like, oh man, they really needed me to spark this shit up. Like, to be honest, like we've been saying that we want
Floyd would have done
Gervonta
it.
Tank Davis to be on his own and stuff like that, but I would have wished Floyd Mayweather was there to spark shit up though.
Yeah, something was missing.
Yeah, it was just too respectful. But I think that maybe they know they got another press conference the next day. So it's like, why go all out right now if you know that you're gonna see each other the next day? It's just business. I think if they're gonna go all out, it'll be tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
I think so. I think that's what I'm predicting.
Well, Floyd Mayweather needs to turn up if he's still Leonard Ellaby's still with Tank. That means Tank's still with the Mayweathers.
Nah, he's not with Mayweather Promotions.
So why is Leonard Ellaby with him then?
He's just rocking with him. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, it said on something that they're still with each other.
Nah. Leonard Ellaby, he answered that. He said no, he's not with Mayweather Promotions.
He said that.
It. Yeah, he said it.
So Leonard Ellaby still
just basically just because you're not signed with somebody, that doesn't mean you can't be cool with somebody. I think that Gervonta Tank Davis just showing his loyalty. I don't think that you could tell by even his last event when I went to his last fight and I was behind the scenes and shit like that. And Leonard Ellaby was just hanging around like a friend. You know what I'm saying? Like
he's just a yes man right now.
Gervonta Tank Davis and Leonard Ellaby has some type of big brother, little brother relationship, shit like that. So I think
it hasn't happened with any other fighter, but okay.
Yeah. I think that and also, you know what I'm saying, that Leonard Ellaby is also part of PBC.
Yeah, he's part of Al Heyman.
Yeah. Like sometimes probably we don't know what's going behind the scenes. Maybe a lot of things that Gervonta Tank Davis is going through, maybe core, financial, and Leonard Ellaby is right there, helping them out as well. We don't know these people's relationship. I don't think he had a relationship with Floyd Mayweather. I think his relationship was with Leonard Ellaby.
Anyway, fuck Leonard Ellaby, man. He's a stinking poop. Motherfucker talks so much rubbish shit. But no, anyway.
To be honest, not you know what? What I would have do an interview. To be honest, I'll be like, yo, I think Punch Drunk Boxing need to apologize to Leonard Ellaby because we may be talking shit about the shit that he said in the past, but it came to pass. Belts don't mean nothing. When he first said, remember about John Taylor, he said he don't bring nothing to the table and stuff like that. And we were like, what the fuck is he talking about? Oh, he don't care about belts. But guess what? Look at this fight right now. He was right. When he was saying that Gervonta Davis is going to be the biggest star, blah, 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 blah. We're like, man, the biggest star, pay-per-view this, pay-per-view that. Nah, he's the biggest American star.
Yeah, but what sounded stupid is when he said Josh Taylor, when he was undisputed at the time, don't bring nothing to the table. That was just really going against the grain of boxing.
But everybody
got 4
did.
belts. A man who's got 4 belts brings a lot for Tank Davis.
No, everybody does.
So
he it's like the truth hurts. What's the bigger fight? Lomachenko, Haney, or Ryan Garcia, Gervonta Davis? What's the bigger fight?
But it don't mean the man with the all belts don't bring nothing. He brings a lot for someone like Tank. Don't matter who they are with 4 belts.
But what he was saying is that it
brings a lot for Tank. That's a duck move.
But Leonard Ellaby was right.
No, that's just money fight. That's all.
I'll tell you.
Ain't nobody care. That's a money fight, man. That's all it is. Ain't nobody.
We'll see. We'll see when the fight ends. We'll see whether you're gonna take boxing.
But it's a money fight.
It's a money fight.
Not even a belt on the line. They've totally sold it to the public. What they've done
they sold it to the hardcore.
Really, what they've done, even to the hardcores. I'm not saying they've fooled them.
Now this is what the fans wanted. This is the biggest fight in boxing.
This is what the fans wanted, and now it's the biggest fight in boxing with no fucking belts.
Yep.
So they've kind of hyped it up, and boxing has sold them a fight without needing to pay no sanctioning bodies either.
Yeah, because the boxing itself don't just because you got a belt, they don't see you as a top dog. They don't see you. They just see certain fight champions as belt holders.
Yeah,
who you respect more? Who you respect more? Hector Luis Garcia or Ryan Garcia?
But Hector Luis Garcia was never at 135. He came from a lower weight class. So of course I'm going with Ryan.
No, I'm just saying the respectable level.
The respectful level doesn't even come close. Not come close. But he was a 130 pounder. So I got to look at Ryan and give him more respect.
I'm not saying that what Gervonta
Ask me who do I
respect
out of him and Devin Haney. Devin Haney.
So that undisputed, and look at what Ryan.
Yeah,
Garcia
I look at Devin Haney as the better fighter at this moment.
So why the fans ain't calling for that fight?
Because it is what it is. Ryan's more the one which has been going back and forth with Tank,
and Devin Haney too. He's been going back and forth with Tank for a long time. The same amount of years that Ryan Garcia been going back and forth.
But I think Ryan and Tank has always been the one that they've been speaking about, because Ryan made it that way as well.
Hey. So there you go. It's unfortunate though. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. It's unfortunate, but
this is what the world of boxing.
It don't matter what any pugilist wants to say. It don't matter how hardcore of a boxer you want to be, a fan you want to be. At the end of the day, the proof is in the pudding. This is the biggest fight in the sport of boxing.
Look, at the end of the day, we're hearing everything right now. But one day I'm going to cook this thing opposite to what it's become. And this is what boxing is today. The fans have made it this.
The fans made. I think everybody. I think people got smarter. Also, the fans, even the hardcore boxing fans, they got smarter. They recognize a lot of stuff. They recognize that the ranking system is flawed. You know, there's a lot of envelopes given under the table. You know, so your fighter could be ranked higher. Come on, it's like that's what it is. So people identify that.
It is what it is. But look, at the end of the day, the main thing is this. In this fight, there's bragging rights. In this fight, it's been a Twitter back and forth for more than a couple of years. In this fight, somebody's O has to go. Now, the only thing can happen is it could be a draw. And nobody's ever said this fight can be a draw. If this fight becomes a draw, that can't happen, bro. This fight can't become a draw. You know, somebody's O has to go. You know, Tank Davis is still facing going against up in court with the judge after this fight. If I was Ryan Garcia, I would be antagonizing Tank Davis about that, shaking him up. Talk that shit. I want to see some shit talking today. You know? Hawker Mustang says if Ryan wins, they might call it a draw. John McSmith says, and take my wife, please. General says, maybe Ryan beats Tank. Hey, I want it to be a good fight. Anything can unfold in the fight. Anything can unfold, you know? It's not like Ryan can't win. But, you know, Tank Davis is the favorite, in my eyes. Yeah, Punch.
Yo.
Yeah, man. So overall, it seems like the fight's hyped up. It's going to probably do some good pay-per-view numbers.
I
And
hope it break records, man.
let's see
That's
if
what I
it does
hope it
break
does.
any records.
Huh?
Let's see if it even does better than Jake Paul's numbers.
I hope it does.
Let's hope it does, because that'd be good for boxing.
Yeah.
This is not a fight that you would want to stream buffering. You'd be mad to watch it like that. This is
But
a
it's
fight
good
that
because
nobody can
remember,
complain.
look, and it's a good collaboration. You know what I'm saying? Golden Boy Promotion is also promoting the fight date, so it is a collaboration. It's just not like a full blown Showtime thing. So that's a good thing. The Zone was out there, so the Zone is there as well. You know, it's a collaboration, so I like it. I like what's happening, man. I like this event. I like this fight. I don't. There should be no complaint about this fight.
Yeah, people should be just happy, even after the fight. Instead of antagonizing or saying stupid shit about fighters, just be happy with the fight. You got the fucking fight, innit? This is what they wanted. So just be happy with the fight now. You got the fight that you guys wanted, and now it's time. Hopefully soon. Hey,
And it's a
listen,
different
I don't want to
time
hear
too.
no
It's
fucking
a
everybody
different
gets
time.
injured.
You gonna see? You gonna see when it's fight week. Like right now, I think they did a little bit disservice on how they promoted the fight in their press conference. But of course, there's gonna be tomorrow again. There's another one again, right? But when it's fight week, watch how is it going to be. All the celebrities, everybody gonna be talking about it, bro. Everybody going to be talking about it, from if you're an NBA player, artist, the culture, hip hop culture, everywhere. Watch when it's fight week. Watch when it's fight week. Everybody gonna be tuning in.
You mean the celebrities are coming out?
Everybody from the youth, because he got a lot of young. He got a young fan base as well. Ryan Garcia,
Mm.
you know.
So we're gonna see this fight. When's the tickets coming out?
Pre-sales go. What's today? Or tomorrow, and then it goes on sale on Friday.
I want to see what sells out on the tickets. Probably be a sellout in no time.
Oh yeah.
And
This
tickets
fight
ain't
should
gonna
have
be
been in
cheap.
Raider Stadium, man.
Huh?
Should have been a stadium fight.
Yeah. But they got 20,000 arena, right?
Hmm?
They're in a T-Mobile, right?
I don't know if T-Mobile holds what 17, 18,000.
20,000, I think, when I read it. 20,000.
Okay.
Like, what are they gonna do? One press conference in LA and that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. I hear you. Yeah, Tip, I've just sent you the link. Hurry the fuck up, Tip. You've had the whole fucking night to sit there and hit the link. And now I want to go chill on my massage chair. You know what I mean? And you're saying send me the link. Where the fuck you been all night? Yo, everybody smash that like button, yeah? But yo, I think at the end of the day, this is a hyped up fight. And let's see how it plays out. Is this fight
Is this a
anyhow?
hyped up fight? Is this a good fight? Is
It's
this a
we're
great
hyped up.
fight?
Look, with hype meaning that it's got the hype with it though.
No,
This
because
fight
there's also
brings the
some
hype.
people. No, because there's also some people that be like, oh, this is, it's not a non-title fight, so it's not a big fight. How people say it or whatever, and things of that nature. I'm like, we ask fighters to fight each other, and then when they do finally about to fight each other, then we're like trying to knock it down trying to knock it down some way somehow. Why just
You
can't
say,
preserve it? Why just not glorify it and be like, yo, this is the fucking biggest fight. We've been waiting for this. Da, 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 da. We gonna get Lomachenko and Devin Haney.
It's
It's not like
definitely no. I was gonna say it's definitely a hyped up fight because there ain't nothing on the line. You know what I'm saying? Like fans just wanted to see a mega fight, and this is what they're getting, but there's nothing to it. You know what I'm saying? Like what's really at risk? But they're O's. This is basically a normal fight. You know what I'm saying? That we get every other weekend of the month.
so. This is a normal fight that we get any other weekend.
You know what I'm saying? It's really just the hype. I mean, this is a contender fight. This is basically the Tim Tszyu,
So if this is the energy that
Tony
if
Harrison at
this
135. That's what this
so
fight is right
if
now.
that
yeah,
if this is
Supposed
the
to.
no
energy,
medals.
if this is the energy, then you know what? Boots and Virgil shouldn't fight until one of them gets a belt.
No, because that would be a big fight as well.
Oh
No,
yeah,
no.
but I'm saying, but
That'd be a big
in a way
hyped up fight as
in
well.
a way where we're taking the hype of it because we're saying now we're the hardcores now. See, because the hardcores do this, the casuals love this. This is not a big fight, man. You know what I'm saying? They're fighting for nothing. So you know what? When Boots or Virgil say we rather fight when there's something on the line, but then we'll be like, but Mitchell Rivera and Martin fought. Like, just fight each other. You know what I'm saying? What do we want? Do we want these fights to happen, or do we want something to be on the line until and then we'll see the fight, so we could give them the ultimate respect?
I think we want them. We want them to
I
happen,
think I
but we
think
also
it's a
want
I
something
think
to
I
be
think we
on
gotta
the
be
line.
real about
Like
it.
there has to be.
Go on, Tip. Go on. Go on, Tip.
No, I was saying, yeah, like we want the fights, but it has to be something on the line. Like
Well, I don't
that's
know
it.
about that. I think people are the fans are hypocrites. You want this fight, you wanted this fight. This is the kind of fight everybody wants to watch. But now you're gonna say, well, this fight don't bring no legacy and it hasn't got all the belts, and it kind of should have belts attached to a big fight like this. So
Well,
you
shit,
can't win.
they're trying
You
to do that
can't
with
win.
Keith
Like
Thurman
fans
and
have just
Errol
got to be
Spence.
happy. Fans have got to appreciate and be grateful for what it is. Then
So I don't want to see Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder fight unless one of them has a belt.
slap him with it. Slap him.
I mean, it depends on what we're labeling the fight as. Like this is supposed to be a mega fight. You know what I'm saying?
It is a mega
Like
fight.
this fight is
So
labeled a mega fight.
should
But
we blame the fighters that don't have the belt and they're coming together to make this a mega fight? So tell me, what is Haney doing that is undisputed? Why is he not getting this clout? What is he doing wrong, or what does he need to do to get that type of, oh shit, if it was Haney versus Tank, this will be just as big and everybody
you know
will
what?
be
I
in
was
tune for this
just
fight.
thinking about that. I was just thinking about that before I hopped on, and I wish this would have been my question to Bill. I don't think Devin had the promotional backing after he disbanded, you know what I'm saying, from being around the Mayweather camp. Because if y'all remember, right, when Devin Haney was coming up, it was all talk about Devin Haney. Like Tank wasn't even talked about. It was Devin
Exactly.
Haney's
So
the
so he
next
did get
Floyd,
the
the next
hype
best
then.
fighter coming up, blah blah blah, 17, all this other BS. Yeah, he
No, I'm
had the
saying
hype, but you know what I'm saying, he lost it when he
what? Come on, say
good.
it. Come on, say it.
Nah, I'm saying he lost it when he left that camp. You know what I'm saying, when he left from being around that camp.
No,
But I
you
mean,
know
Devin's
when
been doing everything right. You know what I'm saying? He done became champion.
it's like I've been saying since day one, and I say this on panels, and I say it to their face, and I said it to Dev, I say it to Bill, and that's the reason why we get into a clash. You are a fighter, and your contemporaries around you are exciting fighters. So when Javante Tank Davis is knocking out people highlight reel, and Ryan Garcia doing the same thing, and Teofimo Lopez is doing the same thing and entertaining, doing the Fortnite and stuff like that, the young guys around you that you're linked with is being looking sensational, and then you label as boring. It's because of his style of fighting. If Devin Haney was an exciting fighter like a Tank Davis, then this fight will be just as big, like they were saying with Ryan Garcia. Because in all reality, the first social media sensation was Devin Haney. It wasn't even Ryan Garcia nor Javante Tan Davis. It was Devin Haney. Devin Haney was the young kid that was getting all the views in YouTube, if y'all remember. He was the first social media guy. He was the one with Mayweather and all these guys.
Definitely
But his
was. He was
entertainment
getting promoted by
value
Dante,
is
Boxing Nation, and everybody.
exactly. So his entertainment value just wasn't it ain't compared to Ryan and Javante Tank Davis. So
Well,
he
I
got
don't
the
even think
push,
it was
he
just
got the
that.
promoters, he got the push, he got the promoters, he had the legendary fighters to vouch for him at the same time. Even when Floyd Mayweather, remember when Floyd Mayweather was leading up to what fight was it? Was it the Canelo fight? I forgot which fight was it. And he was saying, "Hey, you got to look after the next big thing, Devin Haney." So he got all the promotion that he needed. He was in a great position. He had all the great teachers, but he just is not as he doesn't look just as sensational as these other guys.
Nah, I disagree, Punch. I
Go
think
ahead.
it's what he did. He went to then he went over to the zone first, right? He was with Eddie Hearn.
Yeah, but he was still
Wasn't
chilling with Mayweather
that was
though.
yeah, but his first like after but what I'm saying is he didn't sign with Mayweather. And you know what I'm saying? It kind of threw everybody off and he went over and signed with Eddie Hearn and he went to go fight at the zone. Like you're not gonna get that same following.
What I'm saying, the
You know what
following
I'm
never
saying?
left.
Because
He
like the
never left.
majority of those fans,
He never left not chilling. You
I
remember
think the following did leave.
Devin Haney was going to Mayweather's house. Remember they did that video. So he just because he signed with Matchroom, he didn't leave. He didn't leave Vegas. He didn't leave chilling with all these people.
Yeah, but
Even
you're not
remember
getting the same
when
televised
Javante Tan Davis was
audience.
going. Javante Tan Davis didn't want to go to the gym and fight in Vegas, and then Devin Haney was in the gym and they was doing pad work. So come on, he really never left the shadow of Mayweather. Now he
Yeah, but
wasn't promoting his
I don't
fights,
think he was getting the same televised audience.
but that's on
I
Devin
think
Haney.
yeah,
Look,
that's what
look,
I'm
look, look.
saying.
Devin Haney was set up. Devin Haney was set up to be just as big as Tank and Ryan. Let's not forget that Devin Haney was on that card with the Logan Pauls and the KSI. He was on those cards. He was given Devin Haney was given the keys to here, be the superstar.
Yeah, but
And let's not forget that Eddie Hearn is still a great promoter. He was promoting Devin Haney.
Oh, without a doubt. No, Eddie Hearn's a good promoter, but I don't think at that time Eddie Hearn was the promoter for him.
Devin Haney was in that interview talking to Jay-Z. Devin Haney's in the same podcast, goes to the same podcast that these other guys go to. He goes, if Gervonta Tank Davis had an interview with Mike Tyson and Ryan and Tszyu, he had the same thing with Mike Tyson. He's a $1 million worth of whatever dream. I forgot that podcast will get it. He's doing the same thing. It's just that he's just not as compelling as these other guys. That's on him. But he's been in position to be all of that.
I don't know, man. I just think if Devin was to stick around and do what Tank did, just being able to fight on consecutive pay-per-view cards, you know what I'm saying? It gives you a social status. You know what I'm saying, to the casual fans or to a boxing fan. That's why Tank is such a big fighter, because we see Tank fight on pay-per-views. You know what I'm saying? We don't see him fight on like a regular Showtime card. We ain't see him like Keith fight on a Fox or NBC. We ain't never see him do any of that. That's why it's a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? It might be now for Ryan, it's completely opposite. I guess it's because he got that backing of De La Hoya. You know what I'm saying? Coming up, he's being promoted as the next pretty boy.
I say it's performance because, and look, when he fought George Kambosos, packed stadium, a stadium is how he performs. Nobody want to watch that fight ever again, meaning the first fight. And then the second time around, they got to get a little ass venue. But how much you want to bet? If Devin Haney would have performed, they would have had that same ass stadium.
But yeah, you got to think about this too. Like, people, when it comes to American fight fans, bro, they like to see you win. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. I don't think it really matters about the performance, because Floyd wasn't performing like all that well, like being a exciting puncher at the end of his career. I think it's just
Yeah,
the
but
fact
you
that he
saying
was
the end
able
of
to
his
win.
career. You're talking about a over 35-year-old Floyd. You're not talking about a 23, 24-year-old Floyd.
But yeah, I think the perspective of Floyd changed, and people started seeing Pretty Boy as they started seeing Devin as Pretty Boy.
I never saw no fucking Devin as Pretty Boy.
Oh no, not man, my bad.
I
Not
don't know
Pretty
who
Boy.
the fuck wanna
Not
push
Pretty
that
Boy.
narrative.
Not Pretty Boy. Money Made. They started seeing him as a Money Made, not Pretty Boy.
But he don't even talk like Money Man, so I don't even know how people even try to compare him as Money Man.
That's what it was.
You can't compare Devin Haney to no Money Man, no Pretty Boy. Because even as Money Man, he'll perform and do good versus Ricky Hatton. He'll do good versus Cotto.
Yeah, but I think what Bill Haney was saying, that where his son is special is that his son wins 95% majority of all the rounds,
It's not
regardless
about
of what all these fighters do.
yeah, but
His
it's
son
like
has got a special gift that can beat fighters in the round, regardless of what they bring.
But that's what I'm saying. It's not about winning and losing when it comes to Devin Haney. It's about how you perform while your contemporaries are winning as well and are exciting fighters. That's what I'm saying. Remember, Devin Haney is competing with his contemporaries. His name is going to be linked to Ryan. And if you look at the times that they fought, they sometimes fight months apart. So when Devin Haney, when Gervonta Tank Davis fight this month, Ryan Garcia fights this month, Tszyu fights this month, then Devin Haney fights. They fight around the same time. When you got Gervonta Tank Davis knocking everybody out, making highlight reels, and you got Gervonta Tank Davis highlight reel, and then you got Devin Haney got no highlight reel. That's what it is. It's not about winning. It's about performing.
I think I think Devin just hasn't had that fight yet. You know what I'm saying?
No, he hasn't had the performance yet. Come on, bro. He had the
I think
fight.
it's the fight, man.
He hasn't had the performance yet.
Has Ryan had the performance? Ryan hasn't had the performance.
Come on, he knocks everybody out. What do you mean he hasn't had the performance? Luke Campbell was not a performance to you, Tip?
That's maybe one fight, but like I'm saying, like a lot of fights, they kind of underwhelming. There are some underwhelming fights. I think it's a little bit different for Tank because we actually see Tank get touched up.
See, and I think that's how they take it. Because I'm saying performance wise and it's not and it's boring. They take it as some people may take it as, oh, I'm saying that he ain't shit. No, Devin Haney got a winning style. Devin Haney is a winner. Devin Haney is a very intellectual fighter. He's a good, very, very good boxer. But he is not more sensational than his contemporaries at his age and around the same weight class. This is why I always say I wish he looked sensational. Because if he looks sensational and he knocks people out, if he does what he did to the other guy, remember the fight before Santiago, where he knocked the dude out with that one punch. If he does more of that, and he would have kept that momentum, then it'll be different.
Well, I gotta go. Well, what were your thoughts on? Well, I think we did talk about this. The Cambosis 2 fight.
I liked his efforts. You could see that he tried. You could see that Devin Haney tried. He's trying. He don't got that pop.
Let's go, sir. Thank you. But I don't think people's
Even Shakur Stevenson showed up versus Hearing.
about Devin
Even
Haney.
Shakur Stevenson exhibited his power versus Oscar Valdez. He knocked him down. Shakur Stevenson know what we're talking what a guy like Lee is saying because if because he apologized before the Hearing fight. Why did he apologize? That was a shutout. He pitched the shutout. Every single round he won. Why he needed to apologize to the fans? Because he knows that in the end of the day, this is also an entertainment business. People are in it to see entertainment. People are not in it to waste your Saturday night to be put to sleep.
Yeah, but I think it's a dance
Can't hear
partner,
it.
bro. Because you
There's
can
so
say the
much
same thing.
background noise right now, bro. It's crazy.
Oh, that's because I'm in a restaurant right now.
Oh.
I was about to say you can kind of say I can see Devin and Boo Boo being the same person, bro. Just with the opposite things going on.
Yeah, and hey, and I be debating that, right? People be like, yo, but Punchy boring, and then I have to say, well, he got a knockdown. He broke this guy's jaw. He knocked Damon Nicholson 3 times. He knocked down almost all his opponent. He knocked down Liam Williams. But even with the knockdown, that's why I say that at least he's knocking people down. At least he's hurting people. But people find it boring. At the end of the day, I still gotta understand the people. We don't believe you. It's more people. More people say that he's boring than exciting, right?
It's the dance partners. It's the dance partners, and it's just overall hate. I'm telling you, you gotta put Devin in there with somebody that has recognition of a name, bro, in order for him to get the excitement that I think we're looking for. I'm telling you, that's what it is. Well, if you guarantee
Come on. He had the right opponent. He had Linares. He had Jojo. He had Gamboa. He had guys where okay, you fought Gervonta Tan Davis, and that's how you look, Gamboa. All right, let me retire you.
I'm with Lisa on this. Boo Boo has never achieved like Devin Haney as a young age as undisputed. So
Of course not.
he's still respected, and Devin Haney is getting his respect. He's just not maybe the excitingest fight, but now respect is given to him. And now if he beats Lomachenko, he will be a certified pound for pound fighter.
But that's what I mean. Like it's not Nothing is about disrespecting or respecting. He got it all. It's all about performance compared to his contemporaries. That's all. And that's is why Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Tank Davis is the bigger fight. If Devin Haney was doing the same thing, they'll be calling it for the Devin Haney and Gervonta Tank Davis as the biggest fight.
Anyway,
He
let's
got
see.
the same clout as Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia. And he was the
I
actual.
definitely think he's in between.
No, not in my.
Devin definitely the in between of the three.
Meaning that
I think he's
he
sitting right
was
in
doing social
between both of
media.
those
That
guys.
he was a social media superstar. The young kid that everybody's looking at his pad work and just if you look at the numbers that Devin Haney was getting on social media when he was training when he was young. It supersedes his fights. Devin Haney has had the head start. Is that everybody caught on? But that doesn't have to be no. It's not about disrespecting. It's just that gotta look more sensational, right?
Not winning at the end.
And I think he was promoted good.
See, this fight's supposed to be signed and sealed next. So,
Loma versus Dad. I'm starting to like that fight more and more.
Which one?
Loma and Devin. The more I look at this Tank Ryan fight, I'm starting to like this fight more and more. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You probably looking at the moral level.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll see after the fight.
Because it kind of.
Then it's up to Devin. And I'm gonna tell you like this, and I'm gonna keep with the same energy. Devin Haney looks spectacular. Looks spectacular. You got the straps.
Oh no, he definitely got to look good against Loma.
You gotta look like you're the top dog. It's time for Devin Haney to look like he's the top dog.
It's closing in a gap. There's a gap closing in. I mean, Tank fighting Ryan, Devin fighting Loma. There's a gap closing in right now.
Because if let's say Ryan Garcia knocks or stops Gervonta Tank Davis or vice versa. Whichever wins in a big way, they're gonna keep on shooting to the roof.
I think if Ryan beats Tank, then Devin and Ryan would be the fight to make. That's how I'm looking at it. The writing is already on the wall, in my opinion.
Teofimo Lopez outbox Lomachenko. I want to see Devin Haney. I know you may be capable of outboxing. How about you stop him? How about you stop him? Do something that we haven't seen. Exceed the expectations. That's how you're gonna get your major props.
yeah, man, I'm gonna shut this one down, brothers. I'm gonna get the fuck out of this. I'm gonna catch all you guys later. Everybody who came in, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna leave you with Tracy. Peace from the Middle East.
Right, what's going on here, Donny Zondernex? Barry's actually going to propose to Sandra. Sandra has been giving Barry mad head lately, and he's whipped, yeah? He's doing this behind the back of the boys because they know, yeah, they would have cussed him out for proposing to Sandra. Tracy had one job to do, and that was to record it. But she's all over the bloody place. Barry's clocked that she didn't get the footage, so he's going to propose to Sandra again. Oh, for fuck's sake, Tracy! What's going on?
What up?
How are you?
I'm great.
Can we meet you?
My name is Tunde Tupac, aka the Rap Killer.
Tunde Tupac.
The Rap Flexer. Kill them all.
Your name. Your name is
Tunde Tupac.
Tunde Tupac.
You can write the Rap Killer there.
But Tunde is your name. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Tunde, with your dressing, I know the kind of song that you're about to present.
Yes.
So you want to tell us about it?
Just rap game. I kill the rap game because the haters want us down, but they're not going to get us.
You don't need to tell us about the haters now. Rappers, right? You're a rapper.
Rapper.
Good. Let's hear you.
Check it. Ha ha. Check it. Ha ha. Check it. Check it. Check it. I rule everywhere. I rule. They want to take me down, but they cannot take me down. Yeah. I rule New York. I rule Lagos to Atlanta. We go to Chicago. Check me out. Check my game. My game is tight. All the haters, I shoot them in the brain. Boom, boom, boom. I've been around with my guys, 50 Cent, Tupac, Biggie, Snoop Dogg. We're all in this game together because I kill them all. I kill Tupac and I kill Biggie. I kill them all because they can't contain my rap game.
Hey!
It's off the hook because I kill you all now.
No, calm down. You killed who?
It's just a lyric. Don't fear.
Lyric. Yeah. Your lyric will put you in trouble. You have to be very careful. You don't just go about saying things that you don't know.
It's a rap game. That's how it is.
Oh, okay. How old are you?